do that and enjoy it.
You gotta let me do it.
Are you guys talking about anal?
Yeah.
Go ahead and start. Let me stop taking your show from you.
No, you start. I'm the fucking sidekick here because I don't know shit.
He said I'm the sidekick. Hey, what's up, everybody? You're watching Cam Girl Diaries. I am a guest hostess with the mostest, Carrie Platinum Pussy Anthony. Maybe you saw my last episode, which is now live on Cam Girl Diaries, but I'm here to introduce my beautiful, wonderful girlfriend, wife, collab partner, Anita Valentina. And of course, the show isn't the show without, I don't know where he is on the screen, but go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Sidekick?
I'm just a sidekick, so don't pay any attention to me.
The sidekick of your own show, that's a first.
Yeah. Oh, I don't mind. I like being a sidekick. It's fun.
Do you like being kicked though? That's the question.
No, I don't like any violence against me.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Thank you.
If you did, we could arrange that. No.
Whoa. No, thank you. We don't need none of that.
No violence if none's requested. So to give you a little backstory, Anita and I met in 2023 in New Jersey, Exxxotica, when I was collecting people from the show to be in the Curvy BBW fashion show. And Anita, who was just sharing her beautiful, bright energy, her Puerto Rican princess energy around the show floor, was like, yes, I would love to be in the show. And since then, we've been thick as thieves and rocking together. And we just came back from Chicago Exxxotica. But Anita, say hello to everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Oh,
thanks for having me.
So, Anita, tell everybody how long you've been in the industry.
So I've been in the industry for about 4 years.
4 years?
But seriously, but only 2 years, super seriously.
So wait a minute. What's the difference between serious and super serious? Because
super serious is I wasn't really taking my online business seriously. It was kind of just there for extra money whenever I wanted to. But when you put time and effort into something, you could do so much better for yourself.
Right.
So that's 2 years ago, I probably sat myself down and I was like, this is not for shits and giggles. You need to sit down and take this seriously if you want to keep doing it.
So what did you start out doing? So if you were not taking it serious back then, what exactly were you doing?
So I would post once a week, maybe, and just post once a week. And I would do some Twitter rounds to get traffic to my page. So I would have new people coming in, but they weren't staying because I wasn't really posting.
Yeah. So you were promoting a party, but you weren't showing up.
Yeah, exactly. and it's in true Anita fashion, it's I was not that I was late to the party. I just wasn't showing up to the party. So it's very on par for me to be late all the time to everything.
I don't know. You did pretty good this weekend.
I had security in the room on my butt. Let's go.
Okay, so Anita 4 years ago, and then Anita now. What's changed? Aside from the fact that you take this more serious, in terms of
confident, in myself and in my person, in my body. That's something that I really struggled with before.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting into sex work kind of brought that confidence out in me, because to do this, you have to love yourself, and you have to have already picked yourself apart, because people out there will do it no matter what.
You definitely have to have tough skin.
Love yourself more. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have tough skin, because people are going to find every mole, every piece of cellulite, every stretch mark, every scar, any imperfection on your body. They're going to find it, and then they're going to make it a big issue. So you definitely have to have tough skin. So let me ask you, one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on as my first personally invited guest is because you are a beast on live cams.
Thank you.
Your work ethic is definitely admirable. And that was, being that this is Cam Girl Diaries and a lot of the people that are on here are talking about being live on cams and broadcasting and whatnot. I thought it was important to have you on here because the struggle to cam on multiple websites is real. And I was sharing with my co-host here about how you go live on like 5 or 6 different sites at the same time. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about
Yeah.
multi-cam streaming. First of all, what's your favorite cam site?
Oh, so my favorite campsite right now is like it's a fight between a new site called Sin Party and Chatterbait because I've been doing really well on both of them recently. And like for Sin Party being new, I was really shocked at like the amount of like traffic that's already there
Mm-hmm.
compared to Chatterbait because sometimes Chatterbait is dead.
Yeah.
Like there are slow times on every site, that everybody has that, but sometimes it's dead. And like, then that's why I run multiple streams at the same time. So if it's dead somewhere, I'm not sitting there wasting my time spending on like that 1 hour or something.
You could
I'm
be, seeing
everywhere.
what site is popping off at that time.
Exactly.
That's good.
And that way I can do multiple hours and not have to switch. And nobody has to follow me from site to site or anything. Because that turns into a mess. I've tried to do the thing where I'm like, okay, so I'll do an hour here, then an hour here, and an hour here. And then I'm like, okay, so like I'll go on Loyal Fans for an hour, and then I'll go to Sin Party, and then I'll go to Chatterbait, and then I'll go to My Free Cams, and then I'll go to OnlyFans, and then I'm like, that's too much. And I said, nobody is going to follow me from site to site to site to site like that.
Right.
So
That's
it's
smart.
Yeah.
That's a great strategy.
But wait, I got a question though. Like, so like when you're doing all 5 at the same time, like you're so like you're talking to like you talk to someone on Sin Party, but like the people on like Chatterbait see it. I guess that doesn't matter, right? Like nobody
If
fucking.
it's a free chat, I don't really care. Like if it's free, then they don't get an opinion on what I'm doing or what I'm saying. If they're not putting money towards anything, they don't get an opinion. But if somebody pays for something, I can mute the other sites really quick and like turn my cam off on them or something for a second.
Okay.
Just so they're not getting something that they didn't pay for.
Right. Okay, that meant
Yeah.
That's smart.
Because we believe in no free shows over here.
Facts. 100%. So let's talk about an Anita Valentina cam show. What would you say is something that sets you apart from other performers? Like, what is something unique that I'm going to get from you in your show versus the millions of other people that might be broadcasting at the same time?
The Anita Valentina experience is that I always have a smart mouth on me, no matter what. So that is uniquely Anita. That
I can attest to that.
Always has a smart mouth. I always have my spin wheel, and like that's been really popular actually amongst the guys. And I have heard that I've put different things on it that like they don't typically see, which is cool because like the spin wheel, everybody's done the spin wheel. Everybody's, you do it for the pictures, the videos, the free something, everybody's done it. So like to stand out, it really.
So what do you have on your wheel that's different? Inquiring minds need to know.
So recently I put like wax, like candle wax on my spin wheel. I know.
Are you like to be waxed? Like you like the hot wax on you?
Yes, I love that. And they make one that like is like turns into lotion almost. It's so
lotion.
Good. Yeah, it's like I have to find it for you to send it to you because it's like they make it with like a lotion. It's so good for your skin.
So essentially, if I was a guy and I didn't mind a little bit of hot wax, I could use it for Is that what you're saying? Maybe?
I wouldn't. No, because it still hardens. But like when you go to take it off, there's like a lotiony aspect to it. So
I
you're
mean,
not like
okay.
ripping your skin off,
Right. Okay. You're still a slut.
Well, yeah. No disrespect. Where do you put it? Like, where you drip it on? You don't put it on your cooter bop, do you?
On like.
Wait a minute. Pause for a second, Anita. What'd you say?
You don't put it on your cooter bop, do you?
Cooter bop.
I have never heard
like your mound. Your mound.
We know what it is, but I'm just. I love that. That's gonna be a shirt, a cooter bop. But anyways, where do you put it, Anita?
I pretty much put it everywhere except inside, anywhere that could get inside of me.
Okay.
Wow.
So you put it on your lips.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I've had it. I should say I've had it there. I hadn't had to do it there, but I've had it there before.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wow, you
warning.
are a beast.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
Oh shit. That's hardcore.
Trigger warning. It is hardcore.
No, honestly, I will try anything once, maybe even twice to make sure I don't like it.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Slut. Such a slut.
I know.
So, what is one of the strangest requests you've ever gotten while you're live?
Oh my, can I even say it on here?
Absolutely.
Look, he's like, absolutely.
Yes, say whatever you want. We don't censor. We're against that.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if this is the strangest, but one time I had a guy request that I put specific socks on and then like try to put my leg around the back of my head and then take a picture like that. And like, I'm a big girl. I am not flexible like that. Like, hello, what are you doing?
Okay, there are people that are not big girls that can't do that. So
Yes.
let's just put that out there. So did you do it?
Stops my leg from going.
So you didn't do it?
No, I didn't do it.
The question is, did you try?
I did try. I did try.
Did you film trying?
No, I should have. This was like,
that would have been great. Yes.
I know. This was before I realized that I need to be filming at all times when I'm doing stuff.
Yes.
Because you never know when you're going to get something great.
I had a similar story. I had a guy, he didn't want me to put on socks and put my legs behind my head, but he wanted me to like suck my own toe. Actually, he wanted me to bite my toenails. And I was like, absolutely not, sir. And I said, I'll kiss my own big toe. And it took a minute, but I wished I'd have filmed the process because I looked hilarious trying to get and it wasn't that I wasn't limber. It was just, you have to, like, it's not something that you typically do. So you kind of have to like shift your body a little bit, but I managed to do it in private. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I also kind of like try to stretch the time a little bit because they pay per minute. So I was like, oh, if I just do it right away, then I'm only gonna get paid like 50 cents. And I was like, no, sir, we need at least a few dollars off of this. So I was like, and I think he was really more interested in seeing if I was one, gonna try, for real try, and two, if I'd be successful. So watching me struggle, I think was part of the request. And so once I did it, he left. And I was like, damn, I wish I'd have filmed that. So I feel your struggle, Anita.
Yeah.
Is that something like for both of you? Is that something you guys get? Like people just requesting you to do something? Yeah, just to see if you'll do it or anything like that.
It is very common to get a request just to see if you'll agree to do it.
Yeah.
Almost to see if you're desperate enough for the 5 tokens, 5 tokens or whatever. So yeah, I'd have to agree that most of the case, it's not even really like technically their kink or fetish. It's just kind of like dangling the carrot to see how far you're willing to go to make a little chump change. So I would definitely say that's common. One of the most common requests I get is to fart on command, which I cannot do.
Crazy. I was gonna say, which is crazy because how do you control when you gotta fart?
I know someone who does. She can control when she farts and queefs, And I told her, I was like, girl, you need to get on cam because
Yes.
that'll make you bank.
You need
For
to
me,
market that.
I have to like bend over and I'll just like, pucker my cheeks, do the little, make it. And then I'm just like, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm just like, well,
Yeah.
I'm out of gas, literally. Dun, 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 dun. So, what is one of your favorite things to do on cam?
My favorite thing are spanks. They are so simple and they're a classic.
Really? What's the most amount of times that you spanked yourself?
Oh my, like hundreds of times.
In one show?
Yes. Hundreds, if not thousands, in one show because that's how popular they are.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
wait, yeah, I'm just curious. So like when what they say spank yourself and you just start spanking yourself?
So I get up and I put
like
my
you're on
ass
all
to the
fours,
camera,
like yeah.
and then I spank my ass however many times they've tipped to see me do it.
Wait a minute. Can we see you do it right now? Can you show us what this looks
No,
like?
because my butt is out. I know. I'm sorry.
Didn't I tell you bottoms were required for this interview?
You got it. Oh my God.
I have bottoms on, but it's so short that my butt is out. I have a little skirt on.
Oh,
listen, I'm going live later. The hustle never stops.
True. Well, thank you for stopping long enough to give us the interview for the Cam Girl Diaries.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
We'll save that for another time. If you want to see Anita get her spanks, you're going to have to go see her cam show, which I recommend on Sin Party. Sin Party is my favorite site. It's new. It's still in beta, but they are super performer friendly, inclusive, and supportive to our community. So go check out sinparty.com. So my next question is, how did you come up with the name Anita Valentina?
So my government name is very boring to me, very plain, very American.
Which I'd never recommend using your legal name anyways, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, and I don't like it. I've always wanted something more unique. So then I was like, I really like the name Anita. And like, to me, that sounds like very Latina, very in the zone, like Anita. It rhymes in my head. So like what I want to sound like,
It's a good name.
It sounds good in my head.
I love it.
And
I
then
love
Valentina, it like flows good with Anita. That's why I got Valentina there.
Good choice.
Hey, Anita Valentina. Hey, I fucking like that shit. It just, like you said, it rolls.
Yeah. Good job. And matter of fact, when we did the podcast, the episode that just went up Friday, I talked about how the name that you choose for yourself is so important for your branding, and how having a name that flows, that rhymes, that's a knockoff from something that's really popular, it's really important, or just something that stands out. And having a regular name is something that I regret not doing. Like having Platinum Pussy as a name was immensely great for marketing and unique, and people remember that, but it was not good for social media. And I wished I'd have come up with a name that was both the same status as Platinum P, but had a regular sound to it, so it could actually look like it's my real name, because we all know that my parents did not name me Platinum Pussy.
Yeah.
Although they might have, because, my dad.
That could have been badass, though.
I'm kind of maybe I should legally change my name.
Solve all your problems right there.
Yeah, except for when I go to apply for something, or if I'm at the doctor and they're like, Platinum Pussy. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, we will not be changing our name.
Just kidding.
So let me ask you this. When you're camming, what really turns you on and gets you into the cam show? Aside from the obvious, which is the tokens and being tipped and getting the money. Like, what is something that a fan could say or do that really just excites you and gets you super involved into your cam show?
when I can have like an actual conversation with my fans, like just about everyday stuff, like that really tunes me into my site and like it focuses me a lot. And it just really like gets me in the mind space because I'm like, oh, these people they're normal people, They're
Yeah.
just they're everyday people, like they're just like you and me. They're so simple. It's like less robotic to me.
Yes.
And
Well,
they're
they're
not
also
just
treating you like a
demanding something.
human.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're treating you like a human versus coming in and barking orders and expecting you to be a
Yes.
puppet. And, especially for me who's Dom, which something that makes our dynamic so unique is that Anita is more submissive and I'm more dominant. So we work very well together. But in your cam shows, you're very dominant because it seems like you get a lot of submissives in there. Is that true?
Not in my cam shows, more like in my videos.
Okay.
So I do like a lot of SPH for customs. And that's not something I really thought people would want to come to me because like in my cam shows, I'm more of like a brat than anything.
Oh yeah.
In the yeah.
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Totally
So like
yeah.
in the camp shows, that's like I'm more like being a brat to them than anything. And they seem to love that though. Which
Show
is
us what
good because it doesn't stray far from my natural personality. So
show us what it's like to be a brat. Like let's pretend we're in a cam show and be the biggest brat that you can be right now. Go.
the biggest brat that I can be right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that you just sent me 10,000 tokens. I want 10 more because I want this.
Oh, you
Okay.
fucking bitch. That's what the hell? I gave you 10,000 tokens. I gotta give you more?
Yes.
Fuck. This
So
sucks.
what did
the
you do for
Anita
the
show,
10,000
you're just
tokens that he
here.
sent?
This sucks.
Look at him. He's like a typical.
That's like 10,000 and I
No,
gotta
but
just
you
send.
like it. You're here for it.
Do I?
Yes.
You love it.
You
Act
would
like
let
you
me
love it.
bankrupt you.
I do? That doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck would I like that? That seems stupid.
You love it.
It's motivational.
I think you guys are lying to me.
No.
I
We're
don't
not
like
lying to
this.
you.
I think you are. I'm going somewhere else.
No, you're
See?
stuck with us.
That could backfire on you.
Okay.
Well, no, if they tell me if out of their mouth comes, well, I'll just go somewhere else. I'm like, okay, go. You're in my chat room because you want something from me. So if you want to go get it from somebody else, then get out and go get it from there. You're here because you want something from me. So don't get it twisted because no.
No, all right, that makes sense because like there's guys that like that shit. They like you being in control, and I just get confused. So that I'm not good for that.
That's okay. So. I'll help keep you not confused. I promise.
Do I gotta give you like 10,000 tokens for it?
That's funny.
No, we'll start with 5.
All right, that's it. Oh, see, you just tricked me. You made it sound like a deal. That's still a lot of tokens. That's
if
good.
If you can't afford it, then maybe you're shopping in the wrong store. Maybe you need to find a store that's more in your budget range.
Oh, you fucking mean. I'm getting out of here.
That's her whole thing?
Going to the cheap bitches. Where's the cheap ones?
Yeah, you better go to the dollar store.
I need some dollar store bitches.
Oh my God. So let me ask you this, Anita. What does a typical day look like for you?
A typical day? So I stream at night because I found that's when my audience is most active. So my typical day is usually when I wake up, I shower. And as you can see, I have curly hair, so that takes forever to deal with. And then I start my day after I shower by going live and doing my makeup.
Where do you go live before you go on Cam?
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Okay.
Yeah. So like this is my promotion lives that I'll be live later on these sites, or like these are like where I'm gaining followers for Instagram and stuff, and I'm like growing my Instagram. And then when I'm done with my makeup and stuff, I take my dogs out, come back in, and then I like shoot some content, hopefully, or I edit some content or schedule some stuff. And then I do that for a few hours. And then it's like I have a few free hours before I start camming at 9, and then I cam anywhere from 9 to midnight to like 2, 3, 4 in the morning.
Wow.
It just depends.
So, how do you transition from going live on social media to going live on sites where you're less censored and you have that direct interaction with potential paying customers?
Well, on social media, you get a lot of guys who want you to do the same stuff that you
Right.
do in your campsites.
Show
But
bobs.
yeah, show bobs, twerk, do all this other stuff. And I'm like, this is social media. We can't do that here. If you want to see me do that, go here. And that's what I tell them.
Gotcha.
And then I transition to like my naughtier lives then. Like sometimes I'll even like go live on Instagram and I will point my camera at the wall and in the description will say, I'm live on this site. Come find me.
Wow. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Just on Instagram?
Yeah.
Like even though like the stuff you say doesn't get you like banned or anything?
No, because I'll mute myself.
Oh, you just mute it and show
Yeah.
the wall.
Yeah, you
Oh,
mute
that's
it and
so
you point it to
fucking
the wall.
smart.
I have a trick for you.
Okay.
That's so smart.
There's a little clip that you can buy for your webcam that literally covers up the lens, and so you don't even have to point it to the wall.
Oh.
So I
And usually,
suggest
if I don't point it at the wall, I point it at my spin wheel so they can watch it spin, and then they get mad
Oh,
that they
that's
can't
smart.
see it.
That's smart. I like that.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
That is smart because I would do that for TikTok for my Pete stuff, and I would like within 5 minutes I'd get fucking banned on TikTok because of the
Oh,
words I'm
man.
saying. I
Yeah.
would do the wall thing, but I don't mute it. That's so
Yeah,
smart.
you gotta mute it.
Yeah.
Gotta mute it.
Gotta mute it.
You
Muting
gotta
is
mute it.
key to saving everything on social media.
So, what is
Love
the
it.
most wildest or funniest thing that's happened while you're alive? Let me give you an example of something I've been through. So,
Okay.
I was on live and I love to cam in my office area because then I can multitask. I can be live and then I can build websites and do graphics and all that kind of stuff. I'm not good at just disconnecting from the computer and doing live stuff. So on this particular day, I knew my office chair was not the best. We'll say that. It had seen better days. We'll put it that way. And I'm live and the customer keeps tipping and he's like, show me this, show me that. So I throw my legs on the desk and I lean back and the wheel cracks and I literally flipped back. Legs in the air. I'm on the ground. Ah! And you see the leg, like, I wish it was being recorded, but you see the wheel, like the whole chair, the wheels are just like popping off because they're cracking, right? Because they can't sustain me being like I'm on top of it. One wheel broke, so like the whole support is done. And you just see the legs, the wheels just like meanwhile, you see my feet up in the air and I'm just back there like, because I hit my head on the back of the table. Like it was a whole fiasco, right? So I jump back up and I'm trying to like get myself back on cam because I'm like, we're in a private or we're in a show, right? So then I'm like, the chair's all leaning. I'm trying to adjust the camera. Meanwhile, I'm like laughing and crying at the same time. He ends up tipping me a whole bunch of tokens. And then he sends me an email and he was like, that was hilarious. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, that was not funny at all. I'm over here traumatized. But I fixed that chair or got
Yeah.
another one and got right back on cam because I'm a gangster like that. But that was a moment that was pretty embarrassing for me. What about you?
A pretty embarrassing moment.
Or wild or just, funny.
A really funny one is I was live one night and like when you go live, you always have the people who don't spend money saying crazy things.
Yes.
I had one guy one time insisting that he knew me. And I was like, yeah, I get that a lot, actually. I get people that are like, I know who you are. I know who you are. But they never are spending money. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, prove it. I said, how would you know me? And then they're like, well, you have to DM me. And I said, I'm not doing that. And then he was like, because I also told him, I was like, you need to pay for me to DM you. And then he was like, why would I pay to do that when you're just some ugly whore that I don't even know? And I was like, but I thought you just said that you knew me. I was
Make up
like,
your mind, bro.
yeah, I was like, do you know me or do you not know me? And I was like, that's coming from you. You came into my cam room to try to get something for free.
Right.
And now you're mad that I won't give you said free item.
Wow.
So, yeah. I always think those interactions are hilarious because I'm like, of course, you who are not spending any money on the site, trying to get free things, think you can say something crazy and then I'm gonna jump at that crazy thing.
But you have to think about how often it probably works because there's a lot of girls that are like, oh my God, maybe he does know me. So
I guess. But I would hope it's not.
It's kind of dangerous though, because if you're if they do know you and they're trying to fucking blackmail you or some shit, and you're doing that in like open chat, like that could go bad.
I've had people that actually do know me in my chat room. So
no, me too. Like I've had to send people when I first started camming and everything. I sent everybody I used to date or hook up with. I sent them my OnlyFans. And let me tell you how many of them subscribed. All of them, okay? They all did. So I don't care. I was like, whatever.
You have good exes because they actually subscribed. Mine are cheap.
They only did for like a month or so, but like
mine won't even do that. They send me messages and they're like, well, why would I pay for it when I've already gotten it for free? What? That was then. This is now, bro. Plus it only gets better. Let me just, for any of my exes that are out there watching, as I age with time, I'm like fine wine and I just get much better. So somebody's getting these goodies, but it won't be you. Period. Oh man. What is your best cam show? Like one of those memorable moments where it was so good, you got to enjoy yourself, your client or your fan got to enjoy himself. Like, what was it like? Just take us through that moment of what that cam show was like, where you just had a good time and it just was a lot of fun.
So one time I went live while I was baking an apple pie.
American Pie
was
in the flesh.
Yes. To this day, that was the best cam show of my entire career. And I do not know why I don't bake more on cam, because the audience, I must have just had the right audience that day or something, but they were like, seeing a woman do just traditional things in the kitchen right now, they were like, that is such a turn on.
I'd have to agree.
Getting paid to, and I also have I had a Lush at the time too, so I was getting buzzed while I was baking. It was a great day.
Did you wear an apron?
Yes, I did.
That's hot.
Yeah,
that's hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Why don't you? Would you? Well, for instance, I probably shouldn't even fucking give this away, but fuck it, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do exactly that with someone. They're gonna, because they say they're a real good cook. So I was like, all right, let's fucking do that shit live. We'll watch you cook and just do it live and fucking bullshit, whatever. Why not do more of that? Or is cooking a pain in the ass? Because I hate cooking.
So I'm not in the same location I was when I did that at, and it was easier in that other kitchen. My kitchen now, there's really nowhere to for me to set up my camera. So I'd have to figure out a way to set up the camera in the kitchen now.
Yeah.
Logistics.
But I think I might, because that was a
Fucking
great show.
logistics.
Thinking about it, like that was a great show.
I'd watch. I love apple pie.
It was
But
so good. Oh my god, it was so good.
that is good. I definitely can attest to like when I would have my luscion. And I think I said this in the episode with him where I talked about like when I was doing Mega Milf and I would be in the bed with my partner who didn't know that's what I was doing. And I would be like, oh my God, please don't tip me right now. He's gonna, and then they'd be like, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And I'd be like, oh, oh. And he'd be like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, I'm playing slots. I'm winning tokens. You know, because he'd be like, what's that noise? Why are you making that face? And I'd just be like, you know, because the lush goes off or whatever. And they would just tip like crazy. And I remember like that was exciting for me. But my best show, I'd have to say my best show was when I first got my fuck machine.
Oh.
And I let someone control it. And it was hot because they were kind of a tease. So I really didn't know what to expect. I thought it was just going to be like boom, 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 but he wasn't. He was like, he let up and then it would be like zing, 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 zing.
Oh, he was mixing it up on you.
He was mixing it up. And for me, that element of surprise, even though I'm, you know, a dom, sometimes I like it to be not predictable, you know?
Yeah.
It's not, you know, I don't always want to be in control most of the time. But in this particular instance, this was somebody that had been a regular for a long time. And so, you know, he did what he did and I came so hard. I had to get off cam. I was exhausted. Like I felt like I had literally had a real life intimate encounter. And he also, I could see what he was doing and he had a fleshlight and I was just immensely turned on. Like not to mention he did have a very beautiful member to fleshlight with.
That.
So we love that.
We love that.
Oh.
We love that. So look at him. He's over here like,
I don't want to talk about wieners.
Well, you have one, don't you?
Yeah. You want to see
like
it?
Your wiener?
No,
sure.
I mean,
show
it's
us
just
your
there.
wiener. Show us
All
your
right.
wiener.
All right, I'll show you my wiener. Ah, yeah, you fucking like it? That's what I do.
Is that ballpark?
No, actually, it's a fake one. I used to use a real one because that's what I do with the Pete. And I used to use a real one. It was so much better. But I'm like, it stinks. It's fucking slimy. It's gross.
Yeah.
So I got a fake one. Everyone's like, go back to the real ones. That's fucking don't be fake.
For half a second, I thought you were really gonna try to pull out your wiener. I was like, this most certainly cannot be allowed.
No, that's I would never do such a thing. Yeah, I'm a gentleman.
We don't like fake wieners. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
You're not my audience then. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You should go back to the right audience.
I'd have to agree with that.
Well, yeah, my audience is like fucking like little kids apparently. So I found that out later. I didn't realize. So that was the whole thing. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. I do have a question though. What is something most people don't understand about being a cam girl?
That you're not looking to be saved or you're not looking for a boyfriend.
You're not?
No. Can you believe that?
Oh my goodness. Neither am I.
I know.
I'd have to agree. That is something that happens a lot. Like, I don't need to be saved.
Yeah.
I need to be paid. That's what I need.
Yes.
I'm here because I want to be paid. For me, it's that just because I'm on doesn't mean I'm always on. And so a lot of people will reach out on social media or when you're not live and think that those are, you know, times that they can just be like, I want you to do this or I want you to do that. And it's like,
do I really want to do that?
If the price is right.
Yeah.
If the price is right and I don't have to go through the bullshit to get the money, then I'm cool. But, you know, even in those times, there have been times that I've had to be like, that would be really good right now, but I'm not feeling that, you know? We're not just 24/7 horn dogs running around waiting for someone to say, I'll pay you for this. Like, there are
Yeah.
times that I'm just like, thanks, but no thanks.
No, like we're real people.
What? Say that again for the people in the back.
I know. We are real people.
Well, yeah, well, with that, like, of course, like your biggest, I don't know, your biggest tippers, your top clients or whatever, like they usually treat you like a person, right? I mean, it's not like, or am I wrong?
No,
Like,
not
No.
always.
No,
oh,
you're my biggest client always randomly messages me, go live right now. Go live right now. And I'm like, relax. No. How about I'm not going live right now? Like it'll be so weird. And I'm like, or like, how about send me a tip and be like, can you go live right now? Maybe I will be enticed to go live. But
Mine did that while I was on the plane coming to Chicago. And I was like, I can't. And he was like, well, when can you do it? And I'm like, I don't know. I have a freaking full day of flying today. Oh, you're on the airplane. Go in the bathroom. I was like,
you
get
know how big the airplane bathroom is?
right. I could barely fit in that bitch as is. Where am I going to put the camera? And then you get a little turbulence. Not that I haven't tried, because I've been on many a flights throughout my career and I've tried, but it just is not. And not only that, but then, it's rude. Other people need to use the
Yeah.
restroom. I'm in there trying to, spread and do all the things, and then I accidentally hit the thing. I almost lost my phone in the toilet where it sucks it. I'm like, oh my God, no, forget it. Could you imagine me having to explain how I lost my phone?
Oh my God.
Because that shit is powerful. I don't know if anybody has been in the airplane bathroom and you hit the flush thing. That shit is like,
Yeah, no, it is.
yeah. And I was like, "Oh my God, please no." And my phone was literally on the edge and I caught it and I was like, "Oh my God, thank God." I can't even imagine how that would have been. But yeah, I get clients that are like that all the time where they think that like I'm supposed to drop what I'm doing and go live, and it's like, no. Even if they pay a lot of money, sometimes like being in the airport or being on an airplane, it's just not I'm not capable.
Yeah.
So,
well, when you say like, they're your big clients, like, what exactly are they paying? Like, are they like, is it subscription based, or they're like when they fucking hit you up and they're like, go live right now? Are they paying you that moment, or like?
sometimes, but not normally, no. Normally they have time available, or they're lonely, or they're in the moment and they want you to go live at that moment because that's just what they have available. And oftentimes it's not accompanied with a tip. It's not accompanied with anything more than a demand for you to go live in that moment,
Yeah.
hoping that you'll be like, okay.
No, and like the times I have said yes, I make him go private. I don't even do a regular live. So then he's paying by minute because
Right, okay.
you got me fucked up trying to get me out here immediately, and then you're not paying me immediately? No way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that sounds fucking insane to me. That, like, they're demanding you to do something, and you may or may not get paid. Is like, the fuck are you doing it for then? Right? I mean,
Exactly.
it's all
So,
about the
Anita,
money.
tell us about your best cam day, whether it was you made the most amount of money, or, you were able to be successful on multiple sites, or you met your best fan, client, whatever you want to call it. Like, tell us about a day that you remember being your absolute best cam day, and what made it your best cam day.
So actually, not too long ago, I met one of my biggest spenders in a live stream to this date. So like so it's like very quickly he spent a lot of money and he's still around, thankfully. Because sometimes they come, they drop a lot of money, then they disappear and then they come back. and stuff. But I really thought it was going to be a slow day. I kind of hopped on with a like, oh, like maybe I'll make some money. Maybe it's just the exposure right now.
Right.
Like it's just seemed like a slow time. And like 45 minutes later, somebody comes in. My tip thing goes off a couple times. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this person is serious. So then they keep going, and then they're like, I want you to do this. How much is it going to cost me? And I tell them, and they just send it. Like
Oh,
those
I
are
love
great
those.
days to me. I love when they don't try to argue, because I'm like, I'm not going to change the price for you. It costs what it costs. So stop asking.
Yeah.
And it just was fantastic, because he just every time he was like, I want you to do this, or I want you to do this, and I was like, okay, it's going to cost you this much or this much. And then he was like, okay, and that was it. No
Yeah.
arguing.
So that brings me to a point for those that are watching that might be either interested in getting into cam or are currently in cams and you're having a slow day. You never know when a whale, which is what we call people that are big spenders,
Yeah.
will come into your room and bless you and make your day and make it to be a very lucrative day. You just never know when those days are going to be. And you can't even really base it off of other people that are having good or bad days, because I might be having a bad day, but you could have a good day and vice versa.
Yeah.
So, and I made that mistake early in my cam years, thinking that if so and so was on live and they were making good money, that's when I would go on. And then say, vice versa. They would be like, yeah, today's not really a busy day. And so I'd be like, oh, well, I'm not going to get on. And, who knows what I missed out on. But it just does seem like the days that I was kind of less worried about whether I was going to make money or not. And like you said, the other point that you made was you didn't know if it was going to be just exposure.
Yeah.
Sometimes going live is great exposure, and you may not get your whale that day, but you've now crossed their, in TikTok terms, FYP page. You've now entered their radar and their vision. And, hopefully you do something or say something that makes you memorable. And so they come back, they follow you, they, take the initial steps to stay in touch with you. And then eventually they see you in another show. And, sometimes you got to work up to it. Some people are like this guy who just came in and started being generous from the jump.
Yeah.
That's always nice. But sometimes you have to remember that your fans are watching. They're always watching, whether they're watching you on social media, whether they're watching you live on social media, whether they're watching you on cam shows. So you just never know when you're going to be in a situation where that big spender comes in and blesses you with, lots and lots of money. So
Yeah, you got to be
good job.
prepared for everything.
And you got to also take into account that when you're camming, yes, it's great to make money. Money is obviously the ultimate goal. But sometimes, like we've talked about, and we've done this where we've just cammed for social media followers. We've cammed to promote ourselves, whether it be on some of the other cam sites or what have you. Like sometimes you just have to go at it with a more simplistic and a more realistic approach. And so those things will lead to bigger money down the line. My problem is inconsistency.
Yeah.
I hate getting on cam. And this one right here is always like, come on, girl, let's go get on cam.
Just for a little bit.
Just for a little bit. And
Wait, so
you never know.
So do you guys like you cam together?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So some of the sites like OF, Loyal Fans, you can co-stream together. Excuse me. We also go live on social media, so you can have up to 4 people on Instagram. You can do Twitter, you can do Facebook, YouTube, all those places, TikTok. So sometimes we'll go live together on social media. But on cam sites, there's really not, unless we use a site like this and we use the RTMTP factor where we are able to come into this and then we cam together and then it streams to both of our cam sites, which is something I don't really do a lot of because the cam sites don't like it. they're not big fans of it because sometimes unless you have the other performer verified through your website. So like CB does it, Sin Party, I think they're working on it, and a couple of other sites. They're working on making it more simple to add another already verified performer on the site, add it to your account. Because they have to verify that the people that are in your feed or in your live stream are of age.
Yes.
It's such bullshit. It's so fucking, that pisses me off too, with like how like X video and all this shit. Fucking like, you need to have fucking paperwork, you know, you gotta have them fucking fill out shit. It's fucking, I mean, I get it, of course, absolutely, it's important. But like with Chatterbait, like Anita, you still like Chatterbait, unlike some people. So you, but all right, I'm sorry. It's
way to call me out, bro.
No, I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
I like Chatterbait for the money. As soon as it stops making me money, I'll start hating it.
I'll hate it too, but I'm just curious because like I thought Chatterbait was like really easy to like co-stream. Is that true or no?
No,
like,
I
think the dog said it for us.
Oh, I thought, all right, that was a misconception. I thought someone said that's really easy.
I mean, you can. All you have to do is go into your age verification page, and now all you have to do is put in the name of the performer that's already registered on Chatterbait and age verified, and then they'll get a notification that says Platinum Pussy is trying to add you to her, her broadcaster page, and then Anita will say yes. It'll add her, and we can cam together. Now, but it's not, so you have to either be in the same room together or figure out the software logistics. And we haven't gotten that far. A lot of the campsites haven't really worked it out to where it was popular during the pandemic, but it since then, no one's really working on software to allow 2 live streams. I like doing that because I like to run contests and like, tip wars and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's not, I don't know of any software. If you have software or know of any software where these things are possible, please let us know. We'd love to check it out.
That reminds me, you said tip wars, because I've seen these douchebags on TikTok I hate TikTokers. They're so
You talking about the battles?
Yeah, those fucking battles for no reason. They do absolutely nothing. They offer no, they're just like, come on, guys. Just, come on, let's fucking win. Come on, guys. Like, they're doing nothing. Like, what the fuck? And people are like, yeah, he's my favorite. It's like, what the fuck? This is garbage. Who gives a shit? I'm sorry. That's very passionate about
You're so emotional about it.
It's because it's stupid.
I don't participate. I don't do the TikTok battle wars. I think the same thing. Like, I think they're stupid. They're just, let me prove who has more chatters or more fans in the room. And it's like, for me, I'm not on TikTok like that. So I'm going to lose. I already know. So it's like, why am I even doing this?
Right. Like, no, go ahead.
Even still, like, even if I had like 5 people in there, they're not going to pay me.
Right, like, because I was like something like that. Like, if you're doing that on Chatterbait or something, or even TikTok or Slushy, if they had that fucking feature, like it's Cam Girl versus Cam Girl, and you're fucking doing something like that would be fucking that would be fun. You know what I mean? Like, you're fucking flicking your bean or playing with your tail, whatever you guys do.
It's like, what was it called? A cooter?
Your cooter bop. Playing with your cooter bop. Yeah, playing with your cooter bop or whatever, something like,
twerking, spreading cheeks,
absolutely
spanking.
Anything, anything, like,
TikTok, you're just yelling at people.
Yeah, just come on, guys,
make me win. Yeah,
it's absurd.
I do that on TikTok sometimes.
Damn it, Anita.
No, but sometimes they send me money for no reason.
That's what pisses me off. It's not the people that are doing it. Like, hey, if people are fucking like, they're actually giving you money or fucking liking your shit, that's who I'm fucking, that's what pisses me off. It's like, what the fuck? What are you, retarded? Like, you could, they're not doing anything. to earn it, like earn your shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, status wars, I guess. I'm not into that stuff. Like, I don't care how many followers people have.
I
I'm
do
not
it
into
to
that.
gain followers to try to grow my TikTok.
Yeah, no,
Does it
I'm not.
work?
Sometimes I get other followers from the other person.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. It's not the performers I'm talking about. Like, whatever works, you have to do it. It's that people are so fucking stupid and just dumb. It's like, you ever see that movie Idiocracy from 2006, Mike Judge, like how the world evolves into stupidity? We're in idiocracy where people are just stupid. And that's who I'm talking about. It's not the
Yeah.
performers. Like, do whatever you have to do to get likes and follows and people to subscribe. Like, definitely, that's what you got to do. What you got to do. It's the people that are just so stupid.
Yeah. Let it out. Let it out. Thank you for joining us at Cam Girl Diary Therapy, where you too can let everything off your chest.
Sorry,
We're
but
happy.
It's
no,
okay.
yeah,
No,
like
no, it's okay.
whatever you gotta do, you do. Whatever works, you do. It's like with YouTubers, like uh, all YouTube. The biggest thing is always say like, comment, and subscribe. I refuse to do that because to me, I mean, I understand it. You have to tell people what to do. But to me, it's like fucking like, no, I'm not fucking telling you what to do. If you enjoy my content, you'll, support it, you know? It's just
Yeah.
I'm
But not
I'm retarded. I
everybody
think I'm the retard. I'm sorry.
but
Forget
not
this. See?
everybody knows what's expected. Some people just consume the content and don't really know the terminology or what is expected of them. So these things remind them that if you're here, you're showing support by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, doing all the things that, make it worthwhile. Like for me, I love being in a live cam show and people chatting. Even if they're not tipping, if they're having, like Anita said earlier, regular conversation, I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Like I like talking to you.
I know.
Oh. Okay, we can't hear you. Oh, there
Yeah,
you are.
no, I'm just saying I'm the retard here. I just, like I'm against I'm against growth and fucking, doing what's necessary to, actually fucking grow your shit apparently. So just disregard
Nah,
everything I just said.
nah, it's all good. It's all good. Anita, what advice would you give to someone thinking about entering into the camming industry?
If you're not going to be consistent, don't do it. Like entering, you have to be consistent
I feel
and you
so
have
called out.
and you have to stream for long hours. Like you can't just stream for an hour and be like, oh, well, I didn't make anything. Sometimes you have to be there for like 2, 3, 4 hours before it starts to pop off. So you really
Yeah,
have to stick with it, be consistent, do something to occupy yourself while you're streaming, like do something else.
that's
That
my
way you're not
advice.
just sitting there.
My advice is
Like,
to film and take pictures and selfies when it's slow. That
yeah,
way, if you don't accomplish anything else throughout your time on cam, you at least have content. And if you have content, then you can either post it to the cam site or your fan site or your social media or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's something that I do frequently
yeah.
when I do inconsistently cam because I'm
It's just
inconsistent.
easier to build an audience when you are consistently doing it. But even if you only want to cam one day a week, cam your one day a week, but like post it somewhere that you're going to only cam on Thursdays from 9 p.m. to whenever you decide you want to cam from. Let your audience know your schedule so it's not just like you randomly popping on.
Right. And if you keep it the same day and the same time every week, it's like a TV show. You can
Exactly.
count on it. And yeah. I'm still bad about that too. I'm just one of those people that sometimes I feel like it and sometimes I don't. More
Yeah.
often than not, I don't feel like camming because I guess I've been around for so long and I've been doing this for so long that I'm like burnt out. But I do enjoy spending time with my fans. So
No,
maybe
camming
I'll
is
get the Anita bug and start camming with Anita again.
yeah. It'll be great.
It will be great. Um, Another question, if you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice at the start of your journey, what would it be?
Um
Pop that pussy, baby. Pop, pop that
to
pussy.
be
Yeah, pop,
confident, and not to second guess yourself. And pop that pussy always.
pop that
But
pussy.
yeah, but be confident and not to go with your gut, and don't let anybody push you past your boundaries. Like when I first started, it was very hard for me to enforce my boundaries. Like if a fan was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, I want you to touch your toes," but I'm like, "Oh, I don't like I'm not comfortable doing that." Don't let them try to talk you into it just because that's what they want. Like if you have a boundary, don't let them cross that boundary.
Yeah,
It's okay to say no.
it is. What does an Anita Valentina Cam playlist sound like? And what is a song? What is one song that makes you want to pop your pussy?
The song Area Codes. Do you
Sing it
know
for
that
us.
it's like
I got
it's by
hoes.
Callie. No, it's like oh my god, I'm blanking. No, I know how it goes. It goes, got a white boy on my roster. He be feeding me pasta and lobster. He just hit me up on Tuesday, like, what you doing, babe? Let me take you shopping. I told him, well, I'm a little busy. Do you know that song?
Yes.
Yes,
That's
that
not
one.
the area codes that I thought it was. I thought it was
No, but that's
ludicrous.
area codes. That's the
I
area codes.
got homes. I got homes in different area codes, area codes, area codes.
This is like the new generation version of that song.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Eating pasta.
Yeah.
I forget that Anita is half my age. So the stuff that she thinks is like popping and, pussy popping is very different. I come from the age of like Trick Daddy and Trina, Little Kim,
Yeah.
Luke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, what I'm
saying?
talking about.
But I
I'm
still love them. But that's what gets me going. Like real
You
hope.
know, yeah, the oldies, but they're the oldies.
those are still the ones because I remember being in the clubs and really popping my pop that pussy, baby, pop, pop that pussy, yeah, pop. The
Yeah.
kind of stuff that my mom would be like, what are you listening to? Like, okay, not from, but I lived in Florida when I was in my latter teens, right? And there was this group called Tin Cans. And Tin Cans had a song called Dick in Your Life. And it would be like, you need some dick, and you need some dick, and you need some dick in your life. And I had that tape in my Walkman, and my mom heard me, and she was like, what are you listening to? So she puts the headphones on. She immediately hit eject on the tape player, pulled the tape out, ripped the damn tape apart, because anybody that knows
Oh
about
no.
anybody that knows about cassette tapes, you just took the little piece of tape and you just,
And just whoop.
cut it or whatever, and it was done. That was it. Tape ruined.
Yeah.
And I was so upset because I did not have dick in my life anymore. Yeah. In fact, my partner now I told him that story when we first got together. And the things that people remember will surprise you. And he remembers that. And so when he's messing with me, sometimes he'll be like, yeah, dick in your life. He'll play it on the YouTube. He'll pull it up and he'll be like, dick in your life. And you need some dick. And you need some dick. And I'll be like, really? Is that what we're doing this morning? I also like 9 Inch Nails Closer. That's like my stripper song. which is totally
Really?
different than any of the other music that I listen to. Not expected from me at all because I'm a big hip hop head. But yeah, I love Closer. I just feel so. I feel so,
Makes
schmexy.
you loose.
What's the
and
song that makes
ready.
you feel sexy, makes you want to strip?
Oh well, you're talking to her. Never mind.
No, what's yours?
We
Go
want
ahead.
to know though. Tell
We
us.
want to hear yours.
No, I didn't have anything. I'm sorry. I should have just kept.
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
I don't
God.
have anything.
I
I'm
feel
sorry.
so bamboozled right now.
Easy nuts on your chin. Oh, that's
That
no
definitely,
homo.
that definitely, oh yeah. That
So
definitely
now
goes
it's
with my
okay.
dick in your life. Show us your dance. We want to see your dance.
The GTA sexy stripper dance.
Yeah, you got to do the dance. Yes, you. Why are you looking all crazy?
You're talking to
Entertain
her,
us.
right?
No, he's talking to you.
Talking to
What?
you.
No, I
You
don't
got the
dance.
suspenders on. You got that.
Yeah, no, I don't fucking dance.
We don't
What?
dance no more. All we do is
I'm keeping my
this.
mouth shut. It just gets me in fucking trouble.
I
I'm
love
shutting
it.
up.
I love it. The dynamic is amazing. So, Anita, what's your make me feel sexy dance song?
My make me feel sexy dance song? I don't know if I have one.
Beyonce Partition.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Let's see your dance. Aside from Don't Bend Over.
Aside from Don't Bend Over, I would do the sexy GTA dance where they're like this.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
they
yeah.
go like this.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to get them tokens.
That's gonna be
girl.
I'm gonna be famous for this dance, I'm telling you. Just this
I
one.
want to see the TikTok. I want to.
I will. I'll make the TikTok.
Ironically, that was my best-selling poster at Exxxotica. Was the GTA poster.
Yeah.
So look at him. He's like, "What?
Can we? Oh yeah, can we show it? Like you have it? Like I can.
I
Like, put
don't.
it-
I'm sold out now."
Well, do you have a picture of it where I could put it in like right now so people can see it?
Yeah.
You do?
You want me to
Okay,
show
yeah.
it in
So,
here?
oh no, it's posted already. People are looking at it as we say it.
What? This video?
Yeah, it'll be up in the video.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like in
hold on.
editing, I'll throw it in there so people can
Gotcha.
see it. Yeah, because I'm curious. I want to see it.
Hold on. Let me take the. There we go. Let me see if that'll work. I forget that the brightness makes it hard to see, but here we go.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I
Yeah.
like how that. I like the. Videos.
Excuse
That's
me.
cool.
So yeah, I'm all out. I need to order more now. I didn't think they were going to be that popular. The Princess Leia ones are usually the hot sellers, but
I think you
those,
had more GTA fans this time.
yeah, I have more GTA fans. I guess. I don't know. Guess
Do
I'll
you
have
like?
to.
Do you sign your posters and everything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They
Oh.
went like hotcakes.
What about you, Anita? Do you do posters and shit?
I don't have posters
Or-
yet, because I will. But I do prints, and I signed them at Exxxotica.
Oh, okay.
She also had Puerto Rico flags,
Yes.
which were a huge hit.
Yes, they love the Puerto Rico flags.
like an actual flag.
Yeah.
Ain't that illegal or some shit? Like you can't like deface
No.
flags. or
It's
something?
like the little handheld.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
I don't have any up here with me.
Yeah, but they were like little handheld flags, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
everyone was loving those.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
Have you ever been to an Exxxotica, Mr. Pete?
No, I didn't.
No?
I didn't even know about it until I guess a few weeks ago. Since I started following you, I was like, whoa,
Oh.
what the fuck is this?
Oh, you should go. There's one in Jersey.
Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's what it is.
Oh, it's even better.
Oh, that sounds great.
As a matter of fact, Anita, tell them what you did in Chicago in the dungeon area.
Oh, I got suspended. Which is really cool.
Why?
You know what that is?
Explain to him what that is, because I don't think
Oh,
he understands what you mean by you got suspended.
okay. So to be suspended is like you're tied up in rope and then you're suspended in the rope. So you're hanging by the rope in midair. Yeah.
At the place? Like you did that at
Yeah,
the place?
I was like, I have a whole video of it.
Oh
It's
shit,
really
I want to
cool.
see that.
I'm trying to look it up. I think
Alright.
it's Kabuki Kinbaki Studio. Kimbaku.
Kimbaku Studios.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kimbaku Studio in Virginia.
Oh shit. Oh, when you said suspended, I thought you got like kicked out or some shit. I didn't know you were like
No.
up
Did you show him
there.
the picture?
No.
No,
Show 'em the
send it. Yeah,
picture.
if you could send it to me, I could put it up in here so people can see it. That sounds fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you
What-
shout out Kimbaku Studio. It's KINBAKU Studio. They're the ones that did the bondage and suspension. Really, really nice people. Really, really nice people. They came by the booth and said hi.
So like you were just like suspended there, and like how long were you like suspended? Was it a while?
Just
or-
for a few minutes.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, that. Could
How did
get,
it feel?
It was totally painless.
I know, but did you have like any?
I felt like I was
Nervousness?
flying. No, I was so excited. I felt like I was flying. It was so cool.
Sounds
Okay.
fun.
No, it was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the thing that makes Kimbaku special is that they I don't want to say specialize, but they do a lot of bigger bodies.
Yeah.
And you'll find in the kink community there are people that don't want to do bondage or suspension or use the furniture with bigger bodies. And so that's what makes Kimbaku so amazing, is that those things don't exist with them. Like it's cool. And we love that. We love that with them.
Yeah.
Because it's really frustrating when you're in a space where you want to feel included, and then people are like, well, you're too big for that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, and in some cases, I get it. I get that some furniture can't sustain certain weight. They have certain weight limits, but yeah, some things, it's more discriminatory, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you got suspended, Anita. That was really cool.
Me
She was
too.
excited.
That was really cool.
Well, what is next for Anita Valentina? Any new projects or goals for you?
New projects. I have some
Riding
collabs.
lawnmower.
Am I what?
I said riding lawnmower.
Yes. Yeah. We have
Oh,
a lot of cool ideas that we need to make come to life. I have some cool, exciting collabs coming up. XBiz Miami is right around the corner.
Yes.
So I'm super pumped for that.
What were you gonna ask over there, Pete?
What, riding lawnmower? Like, is that like like cutting your grass naked, or is that some like insider speak, or what's riding a lawnmower? Like a real lawnmower?
Yeah, real
Yeah.
lawnmower on real grass.
Naked or?
To be determined. You'll see.
Yeah.
Oh
We
shit!
can't share it all right here. 'cause
Oh,
It's a top secret project. What we can
Yeah.
say is riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
I'm fucking yeah. I want to know what this is, man.
Stay tuned.
I will.
Because we're about to mow this motherfucker down.
Yes.
I'm so curious now.
What is something that you haven't done yet, Anita,
That I haven't done?
that you'd like to do? You want some wet in the butt?
I want to do that and enjoy it.
You gotta let me do it.
Are you guys talking about anal?
Yeah.
Or is this because I don't know what's like? I
Yeah.
don't know. All right.
We just like we didn't know what is it? Cootie boot?
Cooter bop.
Cootie bop.
Cooter
Yeah,
bop.
wet in the butt is short for anal.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Or
good.
long for anal, we should say.
Anal hasn't gotten Anita hasn't gotten a pleasurable wet in the butt experience. So I would like to
Yeah.
give
Oh,
her one that
interesting.
she'll enjoy. Yeah. It'll
Can
be
we
fun.
watch it like live or something?
Maybe.
Maybe we'll stream it.
Yeah.
And film it at least.
Yeah, at
Minimum.
minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Maybe we'll work up to a live show. Maybe if we get enough tokens, maybe we could set up like a pre-show and let them tip for it. And if they reach the
Yeah.
tip, then they can watch as I groom and prepare the nice little flower.
Yes.
Holy shit, that sounds dirty. Oh man.
Just like the riding lawnmower. I'm telling you, we got a lot of good stuff in the works.
I'm so curious.
So, what are some other events and things that you plan to do in the near future besides XBiz?
Exxxotica, the next one. Again.
Miami. Also,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a content shoot house in Miami. We're gonna be doing
yeah.
strip poker, pantyless pool, meaning a pool table where we're shooting pool with no panties. What else do we have? We're gonna a bike wash. A bike from well, let me rephrase that. A motorcycle from the Rough Riders, and we're going to wash the bike.
it. Yeah.
And it's gonna get wet.
Is that
It's gonna get real wet and slippery.
Are you guys talking about innuendo? Is this all innuendo, or are you talking about
No, we're
actually
talking about real
washing a
shit
bike?
that's gonna happen. We're gonna really
like
wash
a real
the
bike.
Yeah.
A real bike from the
okay.
Rough Riders.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right.
He thinks we're talking in code. We're being
I don't I like
I have
like,
a
what
friend.
the fuck?
I have a friend that has a content house in Miami, and she is the queen of Rough Riders. Jaji the queen. That's how she says her name. It's so cute. And we're shooting some footage at her house in May, and we're putting some themes together. And one of the themes is washing the bike, and we'll probably have like bikinis or maybe we'll do like t-shirts, just white panties and a white t-shirt so that when it gets wet, you can see. And we've got the strip poker night.
Well,
pantyless pole.
Yeah, so this content house thing, like how does that work? Can you say, or like where can we watch, or
I don't know that we're gonna stream it live. Maybe we'll put together like a goal, and if we reach the goal, then we'll set up the live cams. It's a lot of work, technically, logistically. So I don't know. It would really depend on if we raise enough money for that. But ultimately, what happens is it's a primary location. She has a bunch of different. She has a throne chair, a big, huge tub. So we'll probably all climb into the tub and get bubbly with it.
Yeah.
She's got all these different things like the pool table and the poker table, and we're gonna put a bed out on the gazebo. So we're gonna like wrap it with sheer curtains so it looks like like the beach that has the bed on it. It's gonna have that kind of feel to it, so bourgeois. And we'll be outdoors, we'll be washing the bike and all that kind of stuff. And so the way that the content house works is like we all pitch in, we pay the staff. So there'll be a couple of photographers, a couple of videographers, and we supply the food, and everyone just gets there in the morning. We, network, get familiar with each other, kind of go over the itinerary for the day, which most of that is already pretty much communicated long before we all get there, so we can bring the right outfits and have an idea of what order things are going to happen, because we want to do the wet stuff last.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's going to get wet and messy. But yeah, so we all meet up and then we start filming. And because we're doing, group shots and groups, everything's going to go from like one, we'll start at one and then we'll finish up with there, and then we'll all change outfits real quick. And then we'll go to the next scene and the next set, which in this case, I'm not really sure how we're going to do it yet, because I'm not sure if I want to do the poker in the day or if I want to do the poker in the night, but whatever. Logistics, we'll figure that out later. But we go from scene to scene, and then after we've done a couple of scenes or a couple of scenes, which include what they call pretty girls, which are photos, we'll take a break for lunch or dinner, whatever part of the day it is, have some food, and then we'll get ready for the next set of videos and photos, and then we'll do those. And then we finish up. We, make sure everybody gets a copy of the footage. and that's a content house. Now, the difference between normal content houses and this one is that this is her primary residence. So it can be rented pretty much anytime, where normally people rent an Airbnb or someone else's location and it's only good for that day. So we're doing this to help, promote that she does have the house, and for other people that want to rent it, they can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
So
know, yeah. So like, only me and tech nerds care about this part. So like with the footage, like people are recording all the footage, and then like they basically like give it all to you guys, and you guys just take what you want, cut whatever you want, and do whatever you
everyone
want
edits,
with it.
and everyone edits their own. Everyone gets a copy of the same footage, unedited. Sometimes in this case, we'll have a full professional edit done, which is basically like a reel, like a trailer. So he'll take a little bit of each of the scenes and then put it in together as one longer video. So it'll be like a reel on Instagram or whatever. But ultimately, everyone will get the raw footage and then they edit it how they want to. And,
Interesting.
in this
Yeah.
case, I will definitely have a set of terms and conditions as far as like what's the cheapest it can be sold for, where it can be posted, when it can be posted. Like I put together some parameters because some people like to give this shit away, and it's like it makes it really hard for other people to sell it if they're giving it away. So there will be some
Right.
parameters in place, but ultimately,
Smart. Oh, that's fucking smart. Yeah.
well, and not only that, but I don't want the footage to be on sites that we don't approve of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or also in the forms, when we do the model release forms and the content forms and all that, I also have a list of websites or producers who can't buy the content. The content cannot be put on certain producers' websites, because sometimes what happens is the producers will hit up some of the talent that go to these content houses, and they'll offer to buy the content for super cheap and then put it on their website. And it could be someone like me who may not want to shoot with that producer and doesn't want to be on their website. And so now I am by proxy, and I'm not okay with that. So
Interesting.
yeah, shady shit that
Yeah.
happens in this business, that it's, I get it, it's business, but at the same time, it's like, if I know that you don't want to be on my website, then I wouldn't want you to be on my website. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So those things we will work out in the legal stuff that will happen before anyone even gets in front of the camera. So that if there's we'll have that worked out before they even agree to be at the place. Cause like I do
Yeah.
a preliminary email that says, this is how we're working things. If you're not in agreement with these terms and conditions, then this isn't the content. Like, this isn't the right situation for you. If you're not willing to sign the agreement prior to, signing up, I won't even take any money from you. Like, you got to agree to this, that, and the third. And, some of the things that we also talk about are like who can be on set, because people like to invite other people. And it's like, we're trying to keep this real low key, real small. Even sometimes not, I don't know about in this particular case because we haven't gotten that far yet, but in some cases, we don't even have partners on set. When you're in a small space and you're trying to film, those things are distractions. If someone gets into an argument, or you know what I mean? Or, the point is that we're going to be shooting together. And when you add too many outside elements, they become distractions. And then it doesn't create a cohesive environment on camera. So
Right. Makes sense. Anita, you're gonna be there?
Yes, I will be there.
Nice.
she ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course she's
all
gonna
Now
be
I'm
right.
being held hostage there, actually.
No, I'm just
No, I'm
Uh-oh.
just kidding.
she can choose to participate or not participate, but of course she's gonna be there.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Is Platinum your pimp?
Hell no. The fuck?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell. I don't know shit. I'm just asking questions.
I'm her wife. Big difference.
Oh, is it?
Big difference. Yes,
Yeah.
it is a big
Oh,
difference.
I
A
don't
pimp,
fucking-
a pimp gets a felony charge
Oh,
and
yeah, I
a
guess
hoe
that is
gets a
different.
misdemeanor. I'm the wife. And in my particular relationships, she has all the wherewithal to decline or accept if she so chooses.
Yes.
But if she does, refuse, do you like hit her with a wire hanger or?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh,
Absolutely
okay.
not.
All right, good, yeah. Sorry, I just know shit from like the 70s pimps. I don't know how it works now.
You hear the bikes in the back?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's bikes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bikes and four-wheelers.
Ah.
So they have this thing in Baltimore called the 12 o'clock boys. There's a documentary about it. That's them.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Really rude. I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Well, they don't know. They're just doing their thing, having fun on their bikes and stuff.
You're right. I'm just
Yeah.
being an old lady. A miserable old lady. Turn that down.
Oh, that's why I know this is completely off topic, but I did want to ask you, did you have a beeper back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
That's why I think it's funny that people say 304 because that was code for hoe. And remember, I Love You was one. What's the numbers on here? Hold on.
Nah, I never did that shit. I'm just beeping my boys to go fucking,
You
go
had a
hit up some
beeper?
bitches. Fuck yeah, I had mad beepers, man. We fucking
Did you just say bitches?
Yeah, no,
So
that's how we.
disrespectful.
No, that's how we talked when we were kids.
I know,
and
I'm
shit,
kidding.
Be like, yo, yeah, we
So
gonna
it was
some
one,
bitches, because I'm just beeping my friends and shit, beeping my boys. I'm not saying I love you. I'm not gay. Or just hit them up with 911. You fucking beep someone with 911 and it's not important. They get mad at you. Like, what the fuck? It's not important. What are you beeping me 911 for?
Oh.
Nobody cares about beeper talk except old people.
I do.
Yeah, I'm old too. I fucking love it.
Hold on.
Anita
Beeper
don't know
code.
what the fuck we're talking about.
I know
She's like
what a beeper is.
She's like
You know
beeper.
I never had one, but I know what it is.
143.
Anita,
I love you.
Wait. 143. Anita, how old were you when you first got a cell phone?
I don't know how old I was, but I was in the 5th grade.
Holy shit, you're young.
Yeah, I only got it because I was active in sports and I needed one for like when my dad would drop me off because my mom doesn't drive. So my dad had to chauffeur 4 kids around.
Ah.
Yeah.
He must have fucking hated you guys. Like, fuck, what the fuck, all this shit. And I'm kidding. I don't,
Yeah, no, there were 4 of us. We were little menaces.
Yeah.
She still is a menace.
I'm just hotter now.
Okay, so this is funny. 304 was ho ho ho. I'm dying. I Love You was 143. And then I Love You Forever was 1437. I Don't Love You was 1443. I Love You Too was 1432. I didn't even know all this. I didn't use all of this.
When I was younger, like girls didn't have beepers. Like like it was always guys. I don't remember.
I had a beeper.
Yeah.
For a long ass time. In fact, I remember when I got my first Nextel. Do you remember Nextel? Nextel was the first the intercom.
Oh yeah, those were fucking great, man.
No, they weren't.
What?
I almost got fired from my job because I had the intercom on and someone was like, Carrie, what are you doing? You sucking dick right now? And I'm like, oh my God. I had to learn how to turn it off because I was at work and people would forget what they call it. Chirp. It was called the chirp. They would chirp you. Yeah.
Yeah, those were fucking awesome.
You remember chirps, Anita?
No.
I used to have it on Boost too. When Nextel they offered the chirp on Boost. If you guys are watching out there, let us know in the comments if you've ever owned a beeper, for one. And 2, if you've ever had a Nextel or a Boost chirp phone where it had the intercom where you could just talk to people without actually having to call them. And I remember why chirping was so important, because that was during the time when you had to pay for your minutes and texting, and you would have a plan where you had to wait till after 7 when it was free to call.
Oh, I remember that.
My first cell phone, 1997, 500 minutes, no text for $50 a month. 500 minutes. You know how quick that
Wow.
goes? Yeah.
Real fast.
It wasn't even texting.
I'd be fucked if it was texting, because I've always been a texter. But I'm also an old school, like, I remember I'm a computer geek, okay? I had a Tandy, I had an Apple IIe, I had a Commodore 64 and a Commodore 128. Now these are computers that were literally the floppy disk, the keyboard, and it connected to a regular TV. This is before computers had their own separate monitor.
Wow.
So, yeah. Let's take it back. Take it back. Take it back. We're taking it back. Let us know what your first computer was. Let us know in the comments. We want to know about your cell phone, beeper, chirping, and computers. Let's age you and see how far back you go.
You remember when you couldn't be on the internet and on the phone at the same time?
Stop it.
Yeah.
When you used to get the wait a minute. When you used to get the disc in the mail for free 90 days
Yeah.
on AOL, and when you would connect, it was called dial-up, and you would get on, and nobody else could be on the phone, otherwise it knocked you off, but you would get on and it would be like
Yeah.
Dial-up was great, man. My first thing was I had web TV.
Shut the fuck up, so did I.
Did you?
Yeah, I had web TV, and it came with like a little keyboard.
Yeah.
Yep, I had web TV. Oh my gosh. I used to play this game. Remember? Okay, there was a game on the computer, on the PC, and it was something like the Olympics. I don't remember. There was also one called Henry's House. I don't know if anybody remembers that one, but there was one called, old PC game, Summer Olympic.
I didn't play games on that shit. I just went into chat rooms and fucked with people. Just be like, yeah,
I did that too.
You see people trying to like fucking hook up and shit. Like, yeah, fucking. I used to like play like, you remember Oz, the TV show?
Yes.
HBO. I pretend I'm at a beezy and I'm I'm be like, I'm gonna rip you, fucking all that bullshit. I don't know, stupid, but like just fucking with people in chat rooms and people be all serious and shit.
That's how I came up with my stage name.
From Oz?
No, from AOL chat rooms.
Oh.
So I used to go into these chat rooms. There was one called Florida Interracial. There was a whole bunch of states, and then the state had a bunch of different ones underneath it. And the one that I would go into was the interracial one. And so I would go in there and I would chit chat or whatever. But the girls that were in there were extremely insecure and super territorial. And so sometimes the guys would be like, hey, what's up, girl? Under my regular name. And so there was this time where I guess one of the guys that was really popular was like trying to hook up with me in the public chat. And so the girls all turned on me, and then they started calling me a hoe and all these different things or whatever. And so I left the chat room and I was like heartbroken. I was like, damn, I didn't even do nothing. But then I got mad because I'm an Aquarius and I'm just like, nah, you're not going to not like, I enjoyed being in that chat room. So I'm hanging out with the homies one time. And, at the time I used to hang out with a bunch of guys, and the conversation came about on if you could be a porn star, what would be your porn name? And of course they're going through the typical, you use your first street with your dog or cat or whatever, you come up with the name. Yeah, that shit,
First
right?
street and pet, yeah.
Yeah, so they're coming up with these like crazy names or whatever, and I'm like, that's not gonna work for me. Mine was some ridiculous like shit, and I was like, that's not gonna work for me. I need a name that's like really gonna draw people in. And so one of the guys is like, and he and I were pretty close. He says Platinum Pussy, and the whole group stopped, and I said, yep, that's the one. So I created an AOL screen name because at the time you could have 5. Created an AOL screen name, went into the chat room, and literally they were all jumping in my DMs. The girls were pissed. The dudes were hopping on it like a sale at Walmart. And so I was like, oh, okay, this is a name that definitely draws attention. People want to know who is Platinum Pussy. And so this was long before I got into the industry. But when I got into the industry, initially I was on a phone site and I had some random identity. And then when a call came in and he was like, describe yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I'm 250 pounds, and click, he hangs up. And I'm like, oh shit, what just happened? And so she's like, well, we do use somebody else's pictures and name and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, well, we might as well use mine because I'm not going to be good at I'm going to always describe who I really am. And that was, she says, well, what is your your stage name going to be? And I was like, Platinum Pussy. And she was like, ooh, that's good. Yeah, I like that. And the rest is all history.
Poor Anita. She's like, you fucking old motherfuckers. You guys suck.
No.
You old motherfucker. Because I'm all into it. I'm like, yeah, fucking AOL chat rooms and shit. Yeah. She's like, you old.
I was just too young for them, you know. I was at the age where my parents were like, you are not going in those things.
Good. You did sports and shit. That's good. That's good. Your parents are
My
good
sister
people.
got pregnant at 16, so my parents like locked it down with me and my other sister.
Good. That's good.
Chastity, right? Is that what they did? They put you in a chastity belt? Like, nah, bitch.
They were like, you're gonna be so busy you can't do anything.
That's a good plan.
Did it work for you?
It worked. Like, yeah. Free still.
That's good.
Yeah. That's great. Congratulations. Round of applause.
Yay.
Round of applause. So let me ask you a question. Are there plans for little Anita Juniors?
I don't know. I'm kind of just, if it happens, it happens, you know?
Yeah. How will that change? How will that change your cam life?
But I haven't taken steps to have them yet. So I think I'm more of like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Good. Let me give you some advice. Do not have kids. All right. No, I got 2 kids. I fucking love them to death. And they're, I love every moment. Not every moment. You know what I mean? It's great, but it's so it's stressful. And to bring them up in this fucking world, it's fucking scary.
Yeah.
It is so scary and fucking stressful. It's great, but it's so stressful, you know?
Yeah.
I
agree.
Kids.
I got grandkids, so.
Grandkids?
Yeah. I have grandkids. I'm 50. I am 50 years old. I am an old fuck, but I'm good. I'm good.
I could have grandkids, so it's fucking depressing.
No, it's not. It's amazing.
Is. You don't want to be old. Who wants to be old?
I do. Let me tell you what aging brings me. Aging brings me peace, happiness, clarity, stability, and an I don't give a fuck attitude that is so unbreakable. It's amazing. Let me put it like this. When we were at Exxxotica, there were situations and scenarios where people were doing everything they could to get my attention and to break my smile. And if I could have a t-shirt that said unbothered, that would have explained my attitude for the whole weekend. Am I right, Anita?
Yeah.
I was definitely aware of my surroundings, but completely unbothered. Aging does that. If that would have been a few years ago, I probably would have succumbed to the attention getting and put myself in a situation where I would have felt the need to confront things, and it just would have been unnecessary drama for no fucking reason. But to be in a space where you're mature, you don't give a fuck, and you can just do what you do, knowing that I'm not there for those people. I don't care. They're not even on my radar. You know what I mean? Like, no offense, no hate, no, I wish everybody the best. Like, that's where I'm at in my life, to feed into that energy. But when you're younger, you feel the need to respond to everything. If somebody makes an accusation, you feel like you got to defend it. If someone sends attention your way, you feel like you got to reciprocate it. I'm reciprocating energy. If you speak to me, I speak to you. If you come at me whack, I'm probably just going to ignore you and keep it pushing. Like, that is what aging has done for me. So if that means I'm going to be old and miserable, then I'll just be old and miserable, even though I'm not miserable. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my whole life. Like, the peace that I feel in this space is undeniably worth everything that I fucking went through to get here. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, I'm mentally stable. Why you gotta brag about it? Some of us aren't.
I didn't say nothing about being mentally stable.
No, I'm kidding. No. Seriously though, you're totally right. Age does fucking like it's amazing. Like like remember when you were younger and like older people tell you like like they try to give you advice and shit, and you're like, shut up, I don't fucking want to hear that, But then it's like, and then you get old, and it's like, holy shit, they were so fucking right. I wish I listened to them. And then you start fucking telling younger people, and it's the same. It's a cycle.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking listens, and it's
the things that used to bring me stress when I was younger don't even fucking faze me anymore. I used to panic at just every little thing. And, one of the things that I've learned as I've gotten older is that you don't control anything, but you can also control what controls you. So while you may not control anything, you can control what controls you, and nothing controls me. Like, I do what I want, when I want, how I want, and I give in to the situations that I want to give into. And as of late, there's just not that many situations that I'm willing to give my attention to. And that's fucking amazing, man. It's so freeing and such a great space to be in. So I welcome to this side of life where, having kids is stressful. I have a 33-year-old daughter and a 29-year-old son. So I get it. And I have grandkids. So the future for them, the way that things are looking, looks very grim. Our current political climate sucks.
We gotta stop. I'm getting you're making me depressed. Stop with that shit.
Okay, come back. Ooh, good juju. Let me send some good juju your way. Come on.
No, because I had to go through, because just yesterday I had to go through my daughter's I had to go through her shit, from like elementary school and shit. And I'm looking at it. She's 20 now, and I'm looking at it. It's making me so fucking sad. I'm like, oh my God, I want to fucking cry like a bitch. And it was just horrible. So, but
why? It's amazing.
For
one, let me say
so
this.
Sad.
Don't be sad. One, you have a relationship with your daughter. Do you not?
Oh yeah, we have a great relationship.
Pat yourself on the back for that. Pat yourself on the back for that. There's a bunch of men out there. I don't even want to say men.
Listen, I could have done so. No, I did my best. I could have done so much better.
You were there.
I had custody. Yeah, I had custody of her since she was 4, and I raised her. And I did my best, but I could have done so much better.
But you were there.
Yeah.
Do you know how many stories of absent fathers and fathers who don't give a shit about their kids?
Yeah.
So please pat yourself on the back,
just
because
being
that
there isn't enough, though.
It is. It everybody can do better. Nobody's a perfect parent. I myself included. Trust me. But the fact that you are there, especially in today's world where a lot of people like to drop the seed and then disappear and not have any involvement in their children's lives. Like, to me, I love hearing about, especially a single dad that had custody of his kid. Like, that's not common. So don't beat yourself up because
you know how it is as a parent. You know what? I'm changing my mind, Anita. You know what? Do have kids, because I'm remembering like those fucking early days with my daughter. Because I also have an 8-year-old son, and I'm trying to take in as much of it as I can. But yeah, I mean, those early fucking days were so fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like,
they still are, though. You go and play Roblox with them, and
yeah. Oh yeah, with him. But I'm thinking about my daughter right now, and it's like, like those times. Like, yeah, it's fucking great right now because I'm getting to do it again. Do it over and shit. But yeah, like those early days with my daughter, this is when she needs you. Fucking great.
This is when she
have
needs
kids. Have one though. Don't have more than one.
This is when she needs you, though, for real. Because now what is she in a relationship or no?
No.
Okay, this is when she needs you, because now she's going to start meeting people that are going to want to, and with having her dad in her life and having her dad that's close to her in her life, she has somebody that she can go to and have these conversations with, that you know, you're going to detect the bullshit from a mile away, more so than even a mom. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a guy.
Yeah.
So you know the things that guys say to let the woman's guard down. You know the games that they play. And so I can say I wasn't close with my dad. I wished I would have been, because he probably would have been there to be like, that dude's a douche. Get far the fuck away from him. And I didn't have anybody. And my mom, she's very non-confrontational. So she was not as open to telling me somebody was full of shit till I already knew they were all full of shit. So it was like, too late. Good job. But that's not her fault. My mom's just not that kind of person. She sees the good in everyone. So, yeah. So that's a great relationship to have with your daughter, especially now in her formidable dating years. And, hopefully she'll pick a good partner and,
How'd this get to a fucking therapy session for me? This is fucking
know.
Anita's a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Anita,
Look at her. She's over there
listen,
like, damn.
No, I'm listening to the therapy. This is so healing.
She's like,
Is it really?
she's like, you old fucks. Like, what are you doing?
Is it healing, Anita?
Yes, it's very healing. It's good
Well,
to see you heal.
Listen, if you do have one kid, that's it. But if you do have that kid, fucking take every like try your best, because like just with everything in life, like fucking you have your hard days and hard times and all that shit.
It goes by quick.
Yes, it goes by quick, and try your best to just fucking like enjoy every moment.
Yeah,
it does. It goes by so quick. So have one kid, but that's it, and just enjoy it. That's my advice.
I love that.
Talk to me tomorrow. My advice might change and say, no, don't have kids. The world sucks,
Yeah. Welcome to the Cam Girl Diary therapy session. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to share with us, need some advice, leave it in the comments. We'd love to, give you our unsolicited advice.
Platinum does. I shouldn't give advice.
Yes, you should. You can speak from your experience, and it could help somebody out there. I'm getting more comfortable speaking about my fuck ups. It's difficult, but I'm doing it, taking accountability and responsibility for the shit that I've done in my past. Not easy. But now that I'm going through my healing era, it's much easier now than it was when I was still hiding from everything.
And just off of that, like taking responsibility and just owning your own shit is so fucking helpful to yourself, because when you start like masking shit and like, making excuses for yourself, it only fucking hurts you. It takes you back. It doesn't fucking help in any way. Just fucking, who cares? We all fuck up. Everyone fucks up. Nobody does anything, 100% correct. Like,
well,
it helps,
It does, because I feel like the energy that you put into masking the truth. Okay, so let's look at it like this. When you lie about something, you spend so much time and energy protecting the lie that when the truth comes out, it's like a relief, because you're like, fuck, I don't have to fucking put all this energy into lying on top of lying on top of lying on top of, because like masking the truth means you gotta keep coming up with creative ways to like keep people from finding things out. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, the truth always reveals itself one way or another, whether it's now, whether it's 5 years from now, whether it's 10 years from now, it's eventually going to reveal itself. So the best thing that you can do is get underneath it, get in front of it, and just be fucking honest about the fact that, whatever it is. And sometimes you'll find that it's not even as deep as your brain makes it out to be. Like, you get in front of it, you face it, you take responsibility, and then it's like, oh, okay. And what? It's not even that deep. Like, yeah. So
yeah. And we're talking to you, Anita, because you're a youngin. So
Yeah,
no, I
that's
don't
for you,
fucking
boo.
no. I'm
That's
sure.
for you.
Okay.
I don't. You know, I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, we're just fucking with you. So, when's your
we're
next
old.
cam show? Oh, now it's 9:00.
Around like after.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're enjoying the podcast?
Yes, I am.
See, the first half I was just a viewer. Now you're a viewer. I apologize. That should not
Don't
happen.
apologize.
No, that shouldn't happen.
This
You're
is
the fucking.
great life advice.
Long as you, I don't know, if you use it or something. I don't know. Life sucks. That's all I know.
No, it doesn't. Life
It
doesn't
does. Life
suck.
sucks.
It only sucks if you let it enter your mouth.
Whoa. No homo. I don't know what you're talking about. Gay shit. Fuck.
It depends on what you're putting in your mouth. You took that all wrong. It could be some cooter bop.
What was that? Yeah. Fucking, what was
See,
that?
that's what I'm saying.
You remember Akinyele? Was it Akinyele? Put it in your mouth?
Akinelli.
Akinelli.
Yeah. In my motherfucking mouth.
Yeah, that was my jam.
You could eat me out.
Yeah.
That was the jam.
Old people shit. It's all
Yeah,
old
that
people
is.
shit.
Do you know about Akinelli?
No, I don't.
Well, you're gonna know because fucking send her some shit. You gotta hit up that old school shit. Old school shit is all right. No, never mind. I take that back. Old school shit is old school shit. It's like whatever you like, you know. So
Yeah.
disregard that.
Nah, she would like it. Definitely check it out. We'll finish the lyrics. You ready?
2 Live Crew, Richard Cheese. Anyone know Richard Cheese?
Who the fuck is Richard Cheese?
Richard Cheese he's so good. You get it? Richard Cheese, Dick Cheese. So
Oh,
he does.
yes. Okay,
So he does like he does his own, like, he does not spoofs, but like he does, like, you know, like fucking god damn it, like Creep, Radiohead Creep, Snoop Dogg, Gin and Juice, a bunch of shit, like a lot of older shit, but also some new shit. But he does it in like a lounge singer style. It's so fucking good. He's so fucking good. It sounds gay, like lounge singer. That's fucking gay. Why would I want to hear fucking...
It doesn't sound gay at all. Stop.
Oh, I don't know. I fucking love it. I told my wife about it. She's like, oh, that sounds gay. She started listening to it. She's like, oh my God, I love it. She can't get enough of Richard Cheese.
Who said that?
My wife. She likes the
Oh,
big cheese,
hi, wife.
you know. She don't watch this shit. She don't know what the fuck. She's fucking... What are you doing? Fucking nonsense. Everything I do is nonsense.
I get that.
Even though she was a fan of my that's how I met her, from Pervert Pete. She was a fan of my Pervert Pete stuff.
Tell us about how you met your wife. We need to know.
So she was just because, you know, like, I mean, you guys know, like, when you have a fucking fan base and followers and all that shit, like, they fucking, you know, there's some people that fucking, you know, like, want to fucking hook up, you know, that kind of shit. And I always fucking just disregard that shit. You know, I get DMs, girls, you know, sending me their tits, all that bullshit. And I just disregard that because it was a fucking, like, I don't care. I don't fucking pay attention to that shit. It was a fucking business. I'm fucking hooking shit up like that. But she was just like, out of all of those types of girls, she was the most fucking persistent and just kept fucking, like, kept on me. And we just, you know, we just started talking more and more and more, and it just went from there.
So how long did you date before you got married?
A couple of years, maybe a year.
How did you propose?
I got off the train, or the train, because I went out, because she lived in Maine, I lived in Pennsylvania. So I got off the train, and outside the train station, I had a rose and a ring on it. I had it in my bag, stuffed it in my pants in the back. I was like, oh shit, I gotta tie my shoe. You know, I started tying my shoe, and then I fucking busted it out.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Gay.
That's you.
Gay.
How did you meet your partner, Anita?
On Tinder.
Stop it.
Swear.
How did you propose?
at a restaurant at dinner.
How long were you guys dating?
Like a year and a half.
Oh, okay. I met
That's
mine on Plenty of Fish.
No shit.
Yeah. I tried
Online
to
dating is taking over.
yeah, I tried to make him pay and he was like, "Fuck no." And that was pretty much all she wrote. That was 11 years ago, so
Wow.
yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. I like hearing about, like, partner stories because everyone has such a different experience, and so I love that Anita met hers on Tinder because, like mine, I'm sure that nobody knew that it was gonna go where it went. Like
Yeah.
yours, you met her in your DMs, she was just a fan, and look at you now. How long you guys been married now?
Since 9 years.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. And you, Anita?
We'll be together 5 and we're married 2.
Nice. So let this be a testament. If you are a cam person and considering or concerned about not being able to be in a healthy, long lasting relationship, or even being in the adult industry at all, or being a YouTube channel personality, you can have healthy relationships regardless of what you do in this world. It is not only possible, but plausible.
Except our relationship is not it's not healthy, so that's not in a bad way, but it's just weird. But regardless, I just wanted to fucking throw that in.
But you're not a cam girl, so
No, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot where we're at.
it's
Sorry.
all good. It's
Yeah,
all
wait a minute.
good.
Wait. So Anita, you said 5 years, right? So you started camming after you met your partner.
Yes. Fun fact, it was his idea for me to get into the industry.
No
So wait a
shit.
minute. Did you start camming first or were you creating content?
I did both like at the same time.
Oh, okay. So how does he bring this up to you? Like one day you're just like eating dinner and he's like, "Hey, I think you should be a porn star, a cam girl." Like how did that conversation go?
So I was tired of my vanilla job at the time. I was so sick of it. It was bad for my mental health. I was like having breakdowns all the time. Um, and then he was like, "Well, why don't you try this? Because I think you'd be good at it." And then I started doing that and then decided to quit my vanilla job like 2
What were
months
you doing
later.
at your vanilla job?
I was working for a call center.
Tell it like let's hear your call center voice.
Do I have to?
Oh, please, yeah. Can we role play real quick?
Okay.
Like
Yeah, let's
what
role
was the
play.
call center? Do I have to call
I'll
in
do
or
mine if you do yours.
Okay. So at the time I worked for Spectrum. So my call center voice was like, "Thank you for calling Spectrum. My name is Anita. How can I help you?"
Yeah, my fucking internet is out.
"Sir, have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?"
Yeah, what am I, retarded? Of course I did.
That was what we had to ask people.
Yeah, no, keep playing, please. Like, let's fucking do this. Like, yeah, my fucking
Have you
internet's
tried
out.
blowing into the box?
I'd like to blow in your box, but it's a fucking different story. What?
We'll send you a technician, sir. Don't worry. They can come out in 2 weeks.
2 weeks? I gotta fucking. How am I gonna look at porn? What am I supposed to do? What should I
I'm
go
sorry
to?
about your porn, sir.
What, I gotta go
We
to
can
a
put you on a
7-Eleven and get a
callback
fucking
list.
old school porn? This is bullshit. Give me a fucking credit. I want
I'll
credit.
send you to my manager for the credit. Don't you worry.
Oh my god, Spectrum sucks. Fuck you.
So
Hang
do
up.
you.
Oh, you bitch! How dare you? God damn it.
Mine was all right, we'll just use AT&T as a filler. Thank you for calling AT&T. This is Carrie. How can I help you?
Oh, damn, Carrie, you sound kind of hot. I forgot why I was calling. I don't know. What is this, AT&T?
It is AT&T. What can I do for you today? What's your name, sir?
My name's Gary. Why do you need
Well,
my name? Who cares?
well, if I'm going to look up your account, Gary, and be of the utmost best service to you, I'm going to need to know who you are.
Oh shit, good point. All right, I apologize. Wait, AT&T, what like the phone company or
Yeah.
Yes. Are you calling about your home service, internet, cellular service, or TV?
fuck, I don't know now. You confused me. My TV, it's not working.
Probably not that hard, Gary, but let's stay on
You
task. Focus,
I
focus.
thought you were role play. Oh, fuck. All right. So yeah, my TV, it's not working.
Your TV's not working. Is it plugged in, sir?
What am I? What again? What am I retarded? Of course it's plugged
Sounds
in.
that way. It's really starting to appear that way.
How dare you? How fucking dare you? Where's your manager? I want to talk to your man. I'm pulling a Karen on your ass. Where's your manager?
Okay, Karen, I am the manager.
Oh, fuck. It's not working.
Yeah, like your TV. And if you don't get your shit together, sir, your TV's never going to work. Did you pay your light bill?
No, I fucking wait till the last minute to pay. Who
Wait
cares?
a minute. You're supposed to say this ain't the same Carrie. Like my voice changed. I got aggressive. See?
Yeah.
Reciprocating energy. That's what happens when you turn 50. This is why I couldn't work for AT&T.
Did you get fired? You should have.
No, I left. I didn't work for AT&T. I worked for another company, but let's just say that I started working in this industry while I was still working at this company, and my coworker knew what I was doing and decided to share that information with other people that I worked with who were competitively trying to get me removed from my position. And so they told the boss. And when the boss pulled me in, I was like, it can't be a conflict of interest. The type of job that we work in, we do not identify ourselves with our actual names. We use fake identity. Like I worked in a collection agency, so you don't use your real name because people will hunt you down. And so I was like, how is it a conflict of interest? First of all, nobody knows what I look like. They don't know my real name. That's your beeper. That was your GoPro. Are you filming right now?
Yeah.
Busted.
Wait,
but,
what? What are you filming?
Me?
Oh, sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
it overheated.
She's about to show them titties.
Oh shit! All right. Wait, don't do it here because that's
right.
You can't do that here.
Yeah.
Well, you can technically because we could blur it. I did that. I did another interview. Some girls, she just busted out her beaver, and I was like, "Oh, all right. I didn't know that we're going there. That's good." So I'm just blurring it.
Look at our faces. So. We're both like, "What?"
Yeah, she busted out her beaver.
She did that for free.
Beaver?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah, her hairy
what
beaver.
Fans at? What up, fans?
Oh, I have one too. Where'd it go?
Oh yeah, it's a TikTok. They do this thing. We're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I got my feet on the ground.
I fucking hate TikTok.
But I've learned how to do the fan thing now. It's hot in here. But anyways, dude, I worked at a collection agency, and my boss, who I'm a very outspoken person and very, I call bullshit, and I don't care if you're my boss or not. And he hated that. He felt like I was an inferior employee. I should respect elders, respect management, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, listen, if your fucking shit is bullshit, then it's bullshit and I'm gonna call it. But anyways, he pulls me into the office and he's like, Carrie, so it's been brought to my attention that you are naked on the internet. And I didn't respond. I didn't give him a yes or a no, didn't deny, didn't confirm. And I said, why is this your business? I'm just curious about why we're having this conversation because this has nothing to do with my job, correct? Do I do my job properly when I'm here? I do. Okay. Am I getting naked on your floor? No. Am I filming content at your job? No. So if in fact this was something that I was doing, how does it affect my job? It doesn't. Okay. So again, back to the point. Why am I here? And let's just say that when you have a boss that doesn't like you and doesn't like when you call them out on their bullshit, they make your job very difficult. And so I was making more money on Cam and online than I was at my job. So I was like, fuck this shit. Psh, I'm out. And I haven't worked since. Well, in a office environment or, I've worked independently in this industry, freelance since then.
Yeah, but you're working harder now than you ever have.
Oh, sure.
But you enjoy it.
I do.
Is that fair to say, right? Yeah, like you too. Like you fucking you love what you do, right, Anita? Like it's
well, like anything that you do in life, there's going to be pros and cons. The cons of this job is that we are one of the most ripped apart, judged people on the face of this planet. Doing sex work makes us a target for serial killers, serial rapers, the law enforcement, people who love to judge, scorned wives, rejected husbands and men. Like there's a lot of people that just hate sex workers for a multitude of reasons. So there's that. So like Anita said, you have to have tough skin. But there are a lot of pros. And those pros are, one, we get to make our own schedule. We get up when we want to get up. We go to bed when we want to go to bed. And we can travel abroad as we see fit because our job can be done from anywhere in the world. Although we are getting ready to do a seminar talking about things that you should and should not do if you are traveling the world. Because there are some laws in some other countries that you can go to prison for having porn on your phone. But that's not the point in this conversation. So being able to travel abroad is fantastic. Secondly, you are in charge of how much money you make. No one tells you you make $10 an hour. You make as much or as little as you want. One of the cons would also be that it does cause conflict with family members sometimes. My advice for that is I don't let my family dictate what I do in my life anyway. So take it or leave it. You can love me unconditionally or you can kindly fuck off. So that works really well for me. And I don't care if anyone accepts what I do or don't do. Another con is if you're working with other people and you're not getting tested or not working with safe people that are also getting tested and you're doing fluid exchange or sexual acts, whether it be on cam or in film or just in general, it can be risky and dangerous. So I definitely recommend being selective and careful and getting tested and working with tested partners in this industry or, in this line of work. And even outside of this work, like I definitely recommend if you're having sex, you should be getting tested, period, and being safe. What are some other pros? Anita.
Some
of the people that you
really
meet.
Cool people.
Look at that. That's how I met Anita.
Yeah.
And I love her long time.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
Love you long time.
Love you long time.
Ah, yes.
'Cause me so honey.
Yeah. Sucky. That's what I'm talking
Hold on.
Nice.
It's not working. Hold on. Oh, wrong side. I was on the wrong side. Whoa. I got my okay. Cooter bop. I will say one of the other pros for me was finding my confidence, building my self-esteem, and learning a bunch of skills that give me the ability to freelance and work independently for the rest of my life, whether I'm in this industry or not. Another seminar that we're going to work on is like building your resume and taking the things that you learn from this industry and developing those skills and talents into things that can make you money forever.
Yeah.
I overcame my fear of public speaking and now I get on stage in front of thousands and thousands of people to host the fashion show and I do seminars and I can be the entertainer that I want to be. Pro.
There's lots of pros. There's more pros than cons, I think.
I think so. I also think that it makes a big difference when you go about things and look for the positives instead of always focusing on negatives, because if you want to find a negative, that's easy. Finding negatives in situations is always easy, but it's, finding the positives and then expanding on those positives. And, I've been in situations where I could have certainly been like, oh, I'm done. This was, not the best situation, but.
Well, I also, as as an outsider, I think one of the pros for you guys is like, like with your, like building your confidence and all that stuff. Like you could like, if you stop today doing everything you guys are doing, you could probably easily get into some other business. You know what I mean? Because like you guys are like, you're obviously entrepreneurs, and you're fucking like Anita, like you were saying, like in the beginning, like, you were a fucking rook, and, you're all passive and shit, right? But like then you found your fucking confidence and you were fucking telling people like it is and shit. And you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's very freeing and empowering is the right word. Empowering to know that one, this business is not going anywhere. So if you did decide, okay, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm going to venture off into 9-to-5 world. If that didn't work out, which one of the cons I will say, okay, so there's a couple more cons that I thought about. One of the cons is once you're on the internet, you're forever on the internet. So going back out into 9-to-5 world means you run the risk of someone finding your past escapades and could use that against you. Some jobs that you get consider that to be a conflict of interest. So bear that in mind. If you haven't started in this industry, definitely be aware of that before you get into this business, because once you spread it and put it on the internet, your cooter bop is on there forever. There's a thing called Wayback Machine, and no matter how much you control, alt, delete, and try to get rid of that shit, it's on the internet somewhere.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You can go, because I use the Wayback Machine for a lot of stuff. You can still find, like on the Wayback Machine, like it
there's a website,
like even adult stuff. I didn't know
there is
that.
a website that hasn't been active since 2009. That if you dig deep enough on the Wayback Machine, you can find my old website. And we're talking 15 years. So for me, I don't give a shit. I've already come to the terms that my cooter bop is everywhere. In fact, that's my name, Platinum Cooter Bop.
Just like that.
So what you're saying is, if we use the Wayback Machine, we could see your younger beef brisket.
Well, you could just ask me. I have copies, but I'm saying, yes, there's an old version of an old website from when I first started. Like content that is so fucking old. Let me remember when the North Carolina Tar Heels were popular? I had a set in a jersey from the Carolina Tar Heels. Or when the Oakland A's were big and popular, or even back when hockey jerseys in the 90s were super popular. I've got a set in an old hockey jersey because, that was my cross colors, Benetton, all that stuff was, back from my time. Yeah, I've got some really old content. So old that the backdrop wasn't even ironed. I didn't even know to iron the backdrop. The backdrop or the background was not clean. Those were things I didn't think of at the time because I was so wet behind the ears in this business.
Yes. I love that saying.
Yeah. I have some very, very, very old content. In fact, my very first scene was, you couldn't even see my face. I literally, it was one of those old school cameras. You could get it at Walgreens. You put 4 AA batteries in it, The tripod was literally like this. The camera was super small and it had like maybe 12 minutes of battery life. So it was an 8-minute video of me and this guy in front of the fireplace. The fire was going, it was super hot. Extra poor lighting because I didn't know, you know, extra poor lighting. All you see is my bump and him behind me. I'm wearing heels. His name was Midnight. You can probably imagine why. Didn't go great with bad lighting, but you could see the fire crackling in the backside of my fireplace going. And I had it set to changing faces. Do you mind if I stroke you up?
No shit.
Now, I don't know if I have that video. I may or may
Oh my
not be able to
God.
find it. I would like to. In fact, it's going to encourage me to go on my hard drive and see if I have it. But that was my very first hardcore video. And it just went from there. That's how old school it is, okay? Long before,
Wow.
I don't even think this was 64480. Like this might have been 220 by 4 something. Like it's so pixelated. In fact, I have a guy on my website right now. I put up an old video and he sent me this long manifesto email. If you're watching this, I really appreciate that you're a fan of my site. However, you have to understand some of that content is so fucking old. There's not a program on the face of this planet that can make it better quality. But he sends me this email and he tells me, oh, do you have a better high quality version? Da, 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 da. I'm like, dude, this is from 2006. Take it back. Go look at what cameras were available at this time. Like for real.
Not a lot.
This is before cell phones even existed, and damn sure before cell phones had cameras. Like, yeah. So let's take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
Take it back.
Yo, you're so old that you were banging to like music that had like interludes. Remember like a lot of night like Shaw and fucking
Yep.
like R. Kelly, like they had like, you know, like in the middle of the song that they had an interlude. You had to fucking, you know, take a break, you know. You
Yep.
take a break,
Or
you know.
this
Fucking
is when
interludes. They were
songs,
so gay.
they didn't even just have interludes. They had like long beginnings. Okay? Like the song itself, like even the beginning, the middle, and the end were like long periods. The actual song itself wasn't very long, but the beginning would be like, ooh, da-da-da, da-da,
Ah, Shaw, that's Shaw. You know Shaw.
da-da-da,
Fuck yeah.
da-da.
Yeah.
They build you up for it, right? And then they start
Hell
playing
yeah.
the song. Like it's so dramatic, right? Then you get to the middle part where it's like you said, the interlude, the intermission.
Intermission, yes, on the
That's even
intermission
what they
tip.
said. The interlude was the
Yes.
beginning, and then the intermission is the middle part where you're like, break for a minute. Let's go into an intermission, and then it's like, you ready to come back now? It's like they really made music for you to make love and gave you
go get your
breaks.
towels, bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Breaks, just in case you needed to get a
You
drink.
need a break, yeah.
Smoke a cigarette, come back, and then get back to pet that ass, and then be like, ooh, na 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 na, down. And then it's like,
shit's hilarious.
and then they would like fade away. So it was like letting you know it's time to stop now. Okay, stop pumping. We're gonna cool. It's almost like, remember the old fashioned exercise videos, like the one with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, and they would have that cool off period at the end of the exercising.
You need a cool off. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like,
cool
okay,
off, man.
let's cool off. That's how they did those songs back then, so that, you know, you get done fucking and then you'd have a moment to like, you know, cool off. And then the song would be over. And then the next song would come on and it would be like a fast song. Remember Key Sweat?
Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. You know, sorry. Anita's like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Yeah, no, you gotta check that shit out. I need a Babyface and fucking Shaw. Boy, even Boys to Men. Come on, R. Kelly.
I know
R.
Boys
Kelly.
to Men.
Yeah,
Silk.
right.
I
Silk.
saw Boys to Men in concert. Boys to Men, LL Cool J, and Sweet Sensation in concert. This is during LL Cool J's "Mama Said Knock You Out" when he took his shirt off and he was all
Hell
buff and he'd be
yeah.
like, "I said knock you out. Mama said knock you out.
I loved him when I was younger. Like I
I
still
still
love
do.
him. I'm like, I
I still do.
loved him.
Yeah, me too. No homo, but yeah. That shit'll psych you up, man.
He said
Like
no
I
homo.
like before I get like I do my Peach shit, like I listen to certain shit like Tupac and fucking, LL Cool J, like shit that fucking hypes me up. And
Yeah.
Mama Said Knock You Out, one of the best hype songs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then Boys to Men at that time, that's when they had just came out and they were like, Motown Philly's back again. Doing a little better, so smart.
Hell yeah, wearing those gay ass fucking matching fucking
I like
sweaters and
those.
shit.
Those
They're
Letterman
so
sweaters.
yeah, they were so gay, but like it's like yeah, fucking if you're a guy, you gotta like that shit on the down low, because if you like that, that's gay. Come on.
No, it's not. Stop it. It was sexy and fashionable and swag, but I wasn't there for that. I wanted to see LL Cool J with his shirt off, and let me tell you, I think I felt a couple drops of sweat and was like, "Oh my god, I can go now. I can go."
Dude, he was so fucking D'd up, like that shit fucking hype you up. If you no homo again, but like he was so fucking D'd up during that, like that was.
But that's
fucking,
because when
holy
he first
shit.
came out, he was kind of lanky. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
going
They
back to
talked about him.
Cali. Going back to Cali, he was a fucking lanky little dork.
I need love.
Oh,
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall.
That was a classic.
So they made fun of him. He was like, I got you, motherfuckers. He went in the gym and was like, never again. Never again. Grew into his little body. Yeah. Let me tell you, I wouldn't give up being Gen X for nothing in my life. Like, I feel like we are the last of a dying breed. Like, before there was social media, before there was cell phones and reality TV. I mean, come on now. You can't tell me nothing. Growing up when we got the best of the 80s, even though we were too young to really participate, but we were at that cusp when hip hop came out and rap became a thing in the late 80s, early 90s. Like, come on. What a fabulous time to be alive. Anita, I'd love to take you back there and let you experience it.
This is all this is all a learning experience for you. You should, check out that history because it was such a it was a fun time,
It was.
Yeah, like there was no worrying about fucking hurting anyone's feelings. It wasn't about hurting feelings. It was just about
God.
having fun and just popping shit,
If you were different, you just stayed in your little group or like in your space. And, like now everyone's sensitive, everyone is self-diagnosed with all kinds of shit. Everyone's on the spectrum, like, and I get it. Some people really are, I'm not saying that people aren't. I'm just saying that like unless you've been diagnosed by a doctor, let's get official doctor diagnosis. And even sometimes when the doctor diagnoses things, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of it is geared towards making people buy prescriptions. Like big pharma is a big thing. And the thing that bothers me about that whole thing in life is that I feel like a lot of people get misdiagnosed or self-diagnosed. And there are people out there that really have these conditions, and it's like, I'm not here to challenge you. If you say you have it, by all means, who am I? But, for me, I want to hear 3 doctors tell me what I have. Like when they try to diagnose me with diabetes, which turns out I have it. I'm type 2 diabetic. I needed 3 doctors to confirm that I was type 2 diabetic because I didn't want to just be buying prescriptions or paying for prescriptions or putting medicine in my body unless I knew that I really needed it. Because they tried to put me on Zoloft, they tried to put me on Xanax, they tried to put me on all these things, and it was simple things like I went in and said I was having mood swings. Turns out I was going through menopause. They wanted to give me Zoloft. You look at the symptoms of the side effects of Zoloft, and they're like thoughts of suicide. You think mood swings was bad? Thoughts of suicide is worse. I'll take mood swings for 1,000, Alex. Thank you.
Well, I mean, look at it, all the commercials. I mean, you know, like all the side effects for any drug are fucking crazy, man. You know, it's like
Some of
it's
them
a
are like,
trade-off. It's a
yeah,
trade-off.
some of them are
You
like,
know,
you may have suicidal thoughts. No, thank you. No, thank you. Sometimes, and for me, I just feel like I want to save that stuff for the people who actually need it. And do I need type 2 diabetes medication? I 100% do. Do I need Zoloft? I 100% do not.
oh, okay.
Are you saying I
Uh,
need Zoloft?
No, I don't know. Fuck. I'm just saying. I don't
No.
fucking know. What do I? I'm not a doctor. Although I am pretty good at diagnosing people with certain fucking conditions.
Like
But
what?
that's besides the point. I don't know. Like, you know,
Do you
like,
have a superpower?
no, I don't got a superpower. I'm just, I don't know. Never mind. Forget I said anything. But I'm bipolar, so I take Celexa and Quintinaprime or some shit. What do you take, Anita?
Anita, what do you
What's
take?
your fucking
I take a
medication?
laundry list of drugs. A
Like
laundry list of them.
prescription or like
Yeah,
crack?
prescription.
Oh, good. All right.
I am also bipolar. I take
Yay.
Abilify and aripiprazole.
Oh, bipolar 1 or 2?
The one where I'm more manic, I think it's
One.
So, but I know bipolar 1 is the bad one. Bipolar 2 is like the softer one. I'm bipolar 2. So I'm more, I'm more manic.
Okay, then maybe it's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because bipolar 1 is the people that like, you know, like no matter what, they cannot fucking get out of bed. Like it's really fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's sad.
I do have anxiety, but I don't take anything for it. I guess I've had some debilitating episodes, but through time, I've been able to work through them. And not that I think that I'm better than anyone else. This is in no way, shape, form, or fashion saying that I shouldn't be taking medications. I'm just saying, for me, if I get to a point where like I become completely dysfunctional, then I'll be willing to take a prescription. But for me, I just don't take prescriptions because my mom's a hippie. And so she never gave us anything as kids. And so I just kind of grew up not wanting to take any types of pills. Even when I get my teeth done, it takes a lot for me to take a pain pill. Like they'll prescribe Percocets, Darvocets, Oxycontins, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to take it unless I'm so much in pain that I can't sleep or function. And that's just me being stubborn. It has nothing to do with, I don't believe in prescriptions. I feel like it's got to be extreme circumstances for me because I don't like putting foreign substances in my body. Now, food, on the other hand,
oh, okay.
I'll eat that shit all day. Those are the only foreign substances I like to put in my body. Food, I'm an addict.
And dude, spunk. You like, right?
That too.
Yeah.
I definitely like to swallow.
Yeah, she swallowed it. Yeah.
What about you, Anita? Are you
I'm
a spitter or a swallower?
too.
You're a swallower.
Swallower.
Nice. Good.
One of the things that I love doing with my partner is being like, pull it out and come in my mouth. And he goes bananas. He loves it. He's like, no one really does that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love it when you come. That's a way to make a room quiet.
Yeah.
I've got a confession to make, church. I like cum in my mouth, and yeah, especially, I was talking to my mom today. My mom's
That's a
religious.
real.
She's going to eat to church tomorrow for Easter. Like, I should go and be like, I like big jizz and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Such fucking dirty birds you guys are.
We are, but we're having so much fun. Unfortunately, we've been at this for 2.5 hours. Anita has a shift to get to.
Oh, yes.
I know.
Sometimes I don't want to go, but I force myself.
At least you don't have to drive through traffic. That's another thing. Another pro to working from home and working this type of job is that there's no, like, you don't have to have a car. You don't have to have insurance. You don't have, like, I know for me, it used to drive me insane that I had to have a car, had to have insurance, had to keep gas in it, rush to get to work on time. And Lord knows I got a couple of tickets along the way because I love to wait to leave till the last minute, run into a little bit of traffic, and it's like, shit, if I'm late again, I'm gonna lose my job. So I'd be like, yeah. So pro.
There.
We should do a long list, Anita. We should do all the pros and cons. Let's make a list.
Yeah. Okay.
And check it twice. Yeah, that went left.
Hey, not everything lands, even for Dave Chappelle. Come on, man. You know
It's
how
all
it is,
good.
right?
It's all good. It's all good. I thought about it after the fact, like I was mid sentence or mid song, and I was like, maybe not a good idea. But anyways, thank you so much for being with us, Anita. We loved having you on the Cam Girl
I
Diaries.
love
And
being here.
this is the first time that we've done a co-hosting together. And I did not give him any information about you prior. How did that work out for you?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, I liked it because it was almost like I was a viewer, like learning about Anita and shit. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know, I was like learning along with the viewers and shit. So yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I just came in and took over, like the controlling boss bitch that I am. Stole his show at gunpoint.
Oh, I'm such a bitch. God.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm a bitch. But it was fun. I got to learn about Anita and shit. So
for sure.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us, Anita. Let everybody know where they can find you on socials.
You can find me everywhere at Anita X Valentina on everything. Make it nice and simple for you.
Now that is pretty simple. So
and that's how it should be.
Yeah, I wish it was.
Right?
I've lost so many accounts.
Yeah.
I've got the Queen of BBW, Platinum PUZZY, the number one. Yeah, I got a bunch of shit. Carrie's Closet X, So just look up Platinum PUZZY on Google. You'll find me. Many pages. You might even find my old video. Do you mind if I stroke you up? Don't mind. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for everybody who's watching. It's a pleasure to bring you all this wonderful Cam Girl Diary, these special inserts from diary pages that you might not otherwise get an opportunity to experience. But thank you so much. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. The things he did not want to say, but I'm going to say it for him. And follow Cam Girl Diaries on all social media. It's the same on all of them, right?
Yeah, that's a whole fucking thing. No, it's not. It's like on Instagram, Facebook, certain ones it's Cam Girl Diaries with a Z, and all the other ones is Cam Girl Diaries with an S.
Okay. Well, I'm sure if you Google Cam Girl Diaries, you'll see all the wonderful places that you can watch and follow Cam Girl Diaries. More interviews to come with some of your favorite online performers and some that you may not know about. So stay tuned. Keep it locked on Cam Girl Diaries, and we will see you in a future episode.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on our social media below. And if you like our content, become a YouTube member or join our Patreon to get special perks like members-only videos and live streams, insider info, our private Discord, and much more. See you fly honeys on the next video.